Notice that these covers are foil.
All right, only 5 minutes late. See, I should have started at 9:05. That would have been perfect.
You knew.
Hello, everybody. We're waiting on Keri for a few minutes. She is putting down an abusive toddler. She's in an abusive relationship. We're praying for her.
Yeah.
But,
thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers. Hope Keri gets better soon.
Keri.
Hopefully, she'll be all set soon.
Huh? No, she's not dead. She's got to put her toddler to sleep.
Yeah, she died a few days ago. We decided to do the live anyway, in her memory.
Yeah. R.I.P.
You think she died? We're just like thoughts and prayers. But today we're talking about the stuff that we read in the first month of the year. I definitely didn't read as much as I usually do because the first week or two of January is the busiest in our business, and then I was in Florida for 8 days, so I wasn't reading that much.
Nice. I read a shit ton because I'm on a self-imposed book buying ban until I read more books, so I just am feverishly reading everything.
I didn't read shit because I'm lazy.
So I read 3 series, but I read a lot of those 3 series. So when I look at it, it's like, oh, I read 40 books this month. And it's like, oh,
she got 2 books in the mail today.
Nate, don't you call me?
Oh my God, Brandy, you're
Listen,
lying?
No, I bought those before I put myself on the ban, and they just showed up after, so it's not my fault.
They just showed up.
Yeah. You're supposed to be my husband and my partner in crime. You throw me under the bus like that. Damn.
It took a month to get to you? I don't know.
Yeah, because I ordered 25 volumes of Bleach, and they weren't in stock until this year.
That's the thing that you would have technically broken the ban for Bleach.
Yeah, for Bleach. What, do you besmirching Bleach right now?
Yeah, Bleach is the best one, in my opinion.
Thank you.
Although you like Dragon Ball
for a reason.
I remember my friend when I was a kid used to try and show me Dragon Ball, and he was really into One Piece, not Bleach. And I thought they were so dumb. I've not tried watching them as an adult, but when I was a little kid, he would bring over VHSs, and we would watch VHSs of Dragon Ball Z, and I'd be like, I hate this. Please, let's go back to Pokemon.
Where did you think it was ridiculous? Was it the cloud?
I was 5. I don't remember anything.
I'm not arguing that Dragon Ball is ridiculous. It totally is.
I think it was the art style. I think I just looked at it and I was just like, this is ugly and I hate it. This is for boys.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think
also, he was annoying. So
cult classic for me, but because everybody around me was watching it, so I was like, oh, I have to. My family's all seen this, so.
Make it sound like a deep ingrained cultural show.
Yeah,
it is.
It's a cultural phenomenon. I feel like anybody if you mention anime, they're like, oh, Dragon Ball. If you don't know anything about anime, you know Dragon Ball. That's how I think.
I know of it, but then, I had no idea your cat was named after Dragon Ball until, a few months ago when you told me.
Well, because he's Dragon Ball Super. You didn't get that far. You didn't get past Dragon Ball Z, so.
Hey, was this just, a thing... Was this just me, or was this a thing before we had, streaming? Because when I was a kid, I didn't watch anything in, the order it comes out. It was just whatever episode was on kind of thing.
Oh, no, I didn't watch things in order as a kid.
Yeah, so, when it was Dragon Ball, it was just, here's the random episodes, I guess, I found at, Goodwill for VHSs, and they would bring it over, so, I don't know what I saw.
Yeah, no, not as a kid. Never. Whatever was on TV, that's what you watch.
What channel would it be on for you guys?
Probably would have been, Cartoon Network or...
Isn't it Adult Swim at night or whatever?
I'm sure, yeah, it would have been Adult Swim.
I don't know, I wasn't a weeb, Alex.
Hey, you can't call me a weeb, I'm Asian!
Well, are you a weeb or not?
I have weeb in my blood. I'm a natural weeb.
Instead of mud blood, you're weeb blood?
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't really know Harry Potter either. That was risky for me to make a reference.
You got there. It made sense.
That's offensive.
Alex quits the stream.
There you go. It was on Cartoon Network in the afternoon. That was in the afternoon? I thought it wasn't like for kids.
I mean, back in the day, there were probably a lot of things on Cartoon Network that really shouldn't have been for kids.
Oh man, I watched Johnny Bravo growing up, and God, that was so fucking bad.
All of them were bad.
Holy crap!
None of you can. Well, I don't know. There are some cartoons now too that are like, what the fuck?
Really?
Yeah, there's some. I mean, not like sexually explicit. Like I feel like the ones we watched back in the day were, but there's some weird ones. Like I feel like Adventure Time has some weird moments.
Adventure Time is like only a kid show for the first season, and then after that,
Yeah.
it's kind of dark. That's based on a comic person. That's based on Commandi.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Is that the one with the purple cloud?
Yeah, Lumpy Space Princess.
Yeah. And
I thought you were talking about
vampire,
Commandi,
right?
and I was trying to think about what like comic book you were thinking of that had a purple lump. Just Adventure Time's super good. I want to finish it.
I don't think I've seen. I haven't seen all of it. I've seen a few episodes here and there, but
There's like spin-offs now.
oh yeah, isn't there like Marceline and Bubblegum
Sweet
and
Marceline.
Oh.
I believe it. Why can't I?
Is that the hot vampire?
Yes, it is. That's why I went swoon.
Okay, yeah.
I have thought about cosplaying her before because it seems very simple, and I get to have a big axe or
Yeah.
base, base axe, same thing. I can do both,
Same
whatever.
thing.
Yeah.
Like the only show that was sort of like that I've watched is Gravity Falls. But
Isn't that by the same Is that by the same people, or am I crazy? Is that by somebody else?
It's got similar vibes.
it looks the same.
I saw a little bit of Gravity Falls, but I really liked it. Gravity Falls also feels a lot like Over the Garden Wall. I've only seen a little bit of both of those.
Is that the one with the yeah! What's this? Not the KKK, but the red one. The gnome.
Oh, gnomes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Come on, Brandy.
Yes. I'm so sorry. I'm so
Universal
ignorant.
sign for gnomes. I don't.
It is now.
Yeah, cool. For all the times gnomes come up in our conversations, I'll remember that.
Watch from now on. I bet you they'll come up a lot.
Have you guys actually watched any shows this year?
Have I watched any shows?
John and I just started this Korean show called Physical 100. Have you seen it?
No.
They put like a bunch of the country's like strongest people, like they were massive buff people, and they just compete against each other, but they're like super jacked. They're like the most jacked people I've ever seen in my entire life. Some of them are like from the army, some of them are like bodybuilders, some of them are on the like Olympics team, and it's pretty insane. They go through like a series of like tests and stuff. So somebody like the first episode or the first challenge was they split 100 people into two teams, and so at one at a time the teams would hang on to a metal bar, and then they would raise the bar, and whoever was the last one standing would win. And it was like somebody held on to like a metal bar for like 15 minutes or 18 minutes.
Oh my god.
I know, it's crazy. I love it so much, but they are buff. They are super buff, and it's really crazy to watch. And I really like it.
I have no idea what a good episode of Adventure Time to start with is. Like the first season is like cute, but it's very like kid showish. So if you're down to put up with that, it's good. Otherwise, I'd assume just skip the first season. Like I don't know another good starting point.
Watch it all, you coward.
Yeah, I mean that's what I've done. I mean the beginning's good. It's just like it seems like you're watching a good kid show as opposed to like it turns into like the apocalypse and there's like a lich and zombies, and I think the first episode is actually zombies. The only show I'm watching right now is with Mr. Fire Guy Ryan. We're watching Succession. He makes fun of how I say it. Succession. I saw Squid Games.
Squid Game's so good.
You did.
Yeah, we're watching that right now. We just finished the first season. It's super good. That's pretty much the other show I've seen this year.
Is there a second season
There's a third season, and the fourth season comes out in March.
of Squid Game?
No, it's a Succession.
Oh, okay.
No, Squid Games is just one. They were like talking about making a second one because it was so popular, but like I kind of hope they don't. Like
They're definitely gonna make a second season.
I like the way it ended.
I have been told to watch Alice in Borderlands.
So good. I recommend it to everybody.
I keep meaning to start that.
Have you guys read it? Wait, yeah, didn't you read it?
I have it. It's in my pile of books that I was going to talk about.
That's a good segue.
Yeah, Alice in Borderland. The show is amazing. I mean, it follows pretty closely to the manga, I think.
Is the show live action or anime?
Live action.
Hell yeah.
It's very good. So basically, this is a story about the main character, Arisu. Him and his friends see these like fireworks going off in the sky. One day they're running across the street, these fireworks go off, and all of a sudden they like wake up kind of in another world, another dimension. They don't really know. And they're forced to play these death games, basically.
Is it
really
like Battle Royale?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's sometimes they have to work together. Sometimes, they're opponents against each other. And they're trying to figure out why they're in this place, how they get out, if they can get out, and get back to their own world. It's so good. It's really, really good. The art's cool. Let's see if I can find. Oh, so cool. Like there's fireworks. Let me go back.
Wow, I think I finally found out a quick way to make it go full screen and away from full screen. And it only took us like 6 lives.
I love him. He's a cutie. His friend.
Ooh, I like the dramatic one on the other page though.
This one?
Yeah.
What is
Very
he thinking
stereotypical
about?
dramatic manga panel.
Yeah. It's really good. I would recommend reading and watching the show. For sure.
Yeah, that was so easy.
I think there's 4 omnibus volumes out right now, which are 2-in-1s. And I think there's going to be 8 or 9 total. Because the 4th one goes up to just the very beginnings of season 2. So.
I have not seen Velma. Have you guys seen Velma?
No, I have not.
Mm-mm.
I don't really watch things. I'm kind of bad at that.
I watch like stupid shows. But
I watch things with people. So like if I'm here, my friends will like watch stuff. But on my own,
I've been watching that Guillermo del Toro Cabinet of Curiosities on Netflix.
Ooh, how is that?
What is that? I haven't heard of that.
It's basically like a one-shot short story horror type thing. It's all directed by each one is directed by a different person. They're good. If you like horror stuff, I mean, they're fun. Decent stories. And they're just like hour-long episodes.
Is it kind of like the Junji Ito thing?
I've been watching that too. Kind of.
Is it like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is
Except
the
the Junji Ito ones are so silly.
Yeah.
Really?
Really?
You don't think Junji Ito is the silliest horror?
I think he's like
writer of all
a
time.
sweet, precious little baby, but I don't.
The stories
didn't even
are
know there was
so
a show.
ridiculous. Yeah, it's on Netflix. There's animated
Netflix.
versions of his stories.
Are they all like? Is it directed by Junji Ito?
I don't know. They're just it's all animated. It's not live action or anything. For the Junji Ito one. Huh?
Is the art style good?
It looks like, his art.
It's
Glowing
fine.
review. All right.
I think it's fine. I mean, I don't know. I would rather read the book, read his books than watch it. But I would definitely recommend Cabinet of Curiosities. That show's fun.
Interesting. Did you guys watch Wednesday? I know that's like old news, but
No.
Yeah.
did you like it? I wanted to see
was
it.
fun.
I just never watched stuff.
If you like the Addams Family, it's fun. I mean, even if you don't, I think it's still a good.
Oh my god, I can't tell you how many times I watched Addams Family and Addams Family Values when I was younger. We'd like to
Then
double
you really
this.
like it.
It was like a staple in my house growing up.
Yeah, you'll like it. It was really good.
I think Morticia and Adam are like most healthy couple goals.
Morticia and Gomez.
What did I say?
Adam.
Yeah, Morticia and Adam, I love them. They're so good together. So good they became one name.
I don't even have them over here, but I did read Tomi
Yeah.
Uzumaki this month too.
I've
From
only read
Junji Ito.
Yo so far. Have you read other Ito stuff?
I have another one, Smashed, which is a couple of different stories. Like shorter stories put together.
Did you like Tomi? I've been like thinking about checking that one out. Another glowing review. Okay.
I thought
I don't
Tomet
know.
was supposed to be like the most popular one.
I thought
Or is it
Uzumaki was?
Uzumaki?
Yeah.
Uzumaki, again, I mean, I liked Uzumaki better than Tomi as far as story goes. But I don't know. It's all about his art style for me. I really love his art style. The stories, I think, are kind of silly. All of them. There's definitely some, like, creepy artwork and some semi-creepy parts to the stories, but I don't think the stories are all that amazing. Maybe that's a hot take. I don't know.
No, I read Gyo, and it does have some of that like campy aspect to it. Specifically in Gyo, the one I read was like the one that's like the two together or whatever, like a 2-in-1. And the first I liked a lot better than the second one, and the first one was definitely like more scary, creepy artwork, and the second one was like cheesy 80s horror movie.
Yeah, I mean, all of his artwork is amazing. It's just the stories, I feel they're fun, but they're not like wow, like mind-blowingly, you know. But definitely for the art, I like him a lot.
Does he have an art book?
He has a cat book.
I know. I was this close to buying it at the hardcover sale at Barnes & Noble this year. Like this close.
I'm sad that like so the middle pages are like actual photos of his cats, and they're like really poor quality. Like all the pages are really blurry, and that makes me so sad because I feel like it's only a few pages and I just want to look at his cats.
Yeah.
Adventure Time. I was gonna say we can just watch Adventure Time and talk about it, but there's a lot of Adventure Time. There's like 10 seasons or something crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was trying to see if I read anything fun and horror to like segue into. I read Marvel Zombies 2. It was fine.
We will talk about books, hopefully, that we do like.
So the first Marvel Zombies is like really fun. Like I'm not gonna say it's anything groundbreaking or anything amazing, but it's just like a really fun zombie read that's more gory and weird than you would expect it to be. The second one is like, the first one was popular, so we decided to capitalize on that and make more money, and it was kind of boring, but it was fine. I read Silver Coin Volume 3 though, and that was like my favorite of the series probably so far.
Oh yeah.
That had like a James Tynion one in there. Was it Kelly Thompson? What's the rest? Oh, Stephanie Phillips. And then Pornsack. I was really into it. Yeah, that one's probably my favorite. I'm
trying to think where I left off in Silver Coin. I don't remember what issue I stopped at.
No, it's definitely that was definitely my favorite one. So if you were gonna pick it up again, I'd definitely say just like skip whatever and go to Volume 3. It was pretty good.
Oh no, I'm gonna read it all. I just need to get when the trades come out.
Yeah, when you're done with your book buying ban and catch up on your books.
I know. I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Actually, yeah, this month had a lot of okay reads for me because I also read like a novel, Final Girls. It was decent. You know,
It was
like,
okay.
it was like 6 out of 10. Like I would recommend it. If I'm not mad. That's kind of why I was a little sad that it was like so not amazing. I was like, oh man, I feel like people really liked this, and I was like, yep, it was all right. You know, if I was on an airplane and I was reading it, like cool, like that's a book I'm reading to kill time while I'm in the air. Like it's fine. Ooh, I haven't read Versus Army of Darkness, but that sounds absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, I read I Walk with Monsters. Everything I read was like a 6 out of 10 this month. It was okay. It was all right. It wasn't bad.
Hey.
Hell yeah. Yeah,
that is a loophole. That's what Nate did for me and bought me the last 2 volumes of Alice in Borderland that were out. I'm like, well, I didn't buy him. He bought them for me, so.
Yeah, everyone watching just go.
How many volumes are there right now?
Hmm?
How many volumes are there right now?
Of Alice in Borderland? 4 for the omnibus. I think they did. I don't know if they came out in singles in English or not. But right now they have 4 of these big ones out.
Should pick one up.
You
They
should.
sell very fast in
Really
store. I
good.
think the show's like really popular. It sells very
Popular 'cause
fast.
it's
And then
awesome.
even Chris was telling me to watch it, and Chris is a big old grumpy face. So
Yeah, it's very, very good. Well, no, what else was very, very good? Sweat and Soap.
hell yeah. I read mostly Sweat and Soap. Oh, I just dropped some Sweat and Soap. Whatever.
Come on.
I read
Drop the soap, Tessa.
it's slippery, it's soap. I read one of them fell that way, but I read 5, I promise. I didn't just skip number 7.
I read the whole series, so I won't spoil anything for you.
I'm gonna read the last 2 probably tonight.
They're so good. You can go through them so fast.
Wait, there's for Alice in Borderland. I thought you
Yeah.
were saying there's a Sweat and
No.
Soap show.
No.
Yeah, this is like so I'm actually not sure how to pronounce their name, but it's like Sydney on Instagram. One of my favorite Instagram accounts. Absolutely love them. But they recommended Sweat and Soap to me. And it's such a bold choice to recommend someone that you like don't talk to that much. Like, especially like the first volume,
Yeah.
it's like, hey, this dude sniffs this girl, but it's cute, guys. It's okay. Like,
Yeah, it sounds real weird, but it's so wholesome and cute and
it's a
wonderful.
little weird, but I really like it. Like, it's like that and Zom 100 are my favorite mangas, I think.
I need to start Zom 100 eventually. I'll get there. It's
Just binge it the night before the show.
well, I only have the first 2 volumes, so I have to wait to buy more volumes because there's 7 out now, I think.
Did a 7th come out?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I read the 7th then. I might be a slacker.
But anyway, yeah, this book is super cute. It's an adult romance, like office romance. She has like body odor issues where she sweats a lot and she's always concerned about that she stinks, and he is like the head of soap production at this company of these soaps that she loves. She's like in the finance department and he smells her and he's like inspired by her scent to like create more soaps, and they ended up being a couple, and it's so freaking cute. It's so cute.
It sets up a lot of like really endearing like rom-com kind of moments. Very like sitcom-y where it's got like situational comedy or whatever, but it's really cute, and I don't like romance stuff, but it's like really adorable. It's just a nice, healthy relationship based on a weird
is.
foundation, like
Yeah.
unless that changes drastically in the last 2
Look how
volumes.
cute they are.
Oh,
They're
so
so
cute.
adorable. I love them.
Oh shit, oh, seaweed.
Oh, I'm chomping on pepper over here, whatever.
There are spicy moments for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's definitely like a don't read if you don't like any kind of spice. It's nothing crazy explicit, but apparently they did make an explicit like side book or whatever.
What?
They talked about it at the end of one of the things. Hold on, let me see if I can find it on this actually.
Do you know the box set comes with scratch and sniff stickers?
I do. I saw that at Second and Charles. I want it.
I know.
I
I,
think
didn't
is
already
there-
have all the volumes.
Right? That's exactly how I felt. Where I was like, I want this, but there's no reason for me to get it, but I want it.
The freaking Toilet Bound Hanako box set, I might just sell
It's
all the
called-
volumes and get the freaking thing. It's so cute.
It's called Sweat and Soap Baby Making Book.
Amazing. I've not heard of this. I need to Google this right now.
So this is on Goodreads. So the little book detail says the following content is intended for mature audiences and may contain sexual themes, gore. This is just that has to just be the rating thing. Violence or strong language direction is advised. The couple from Sweat and Soap have sex without contraceptives for the first time. That's it. That's the book.
I love it. Amazing. Yeah, that's the summary right there. Yep.
I really like. First off, I love how at the end of the books, like they'll have like a scene at the back that goes over like the cover,
The
scene,
cover
like how
art?
that happened. I love that.
It's so
Um,
cute.
And there's always like a little author bit, and they always just say like, "This is where I talk about something I like," and it's just something. It's just I like horses.
Mhm.
I think it's really funny. I also really like when they do like the things that didn't make it. Like these are the scenes that like almost made it or they changed.
And I love that the artist draws themselves as a
There's a
carton of
milk
milk.
carton. Oh my god, it's so good.
It's so fun.
Live reading of Sweat and Soap. We'll all play
Okay.
different characters.
Yeah, well, I'll pick a character and act it out.
Marasuke, is that the cat's name? Spice is nice. Yeah, sweat and soap is definitely like the just a little bit of spice. Nothing ridiculous, except for maybe the baby making book, I guess.
Yeah, I have not read that, so cannot attest, but probably.
There one of the
Spice.
volumes where at the end, usually they do like a little like bonus scene or whatever that's like fluff, doesn't really matter. For one of them, they were like, hey, I realized I didn't really put any spice into this volume, so I'm just gonna put an extra chapter at the end that's just extra spice. Enjoy.
It's a really good series. If you
Thanks,
like,
Oliver.
even kind of like a romance series, I would recommend reading it. It's really cute.
I hate romance and I love it. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's just fun. How do they have to have some kind of like audio mangas though, like actually, right?
I would think.
Right? They
I
do.
mean, it still has dialogue and text, so
I know they do like YouTube things for comics or whatever where they do stuff. Yeah, I know. I kind of want to.
I'm not a voice actor, so you don't want to pay me to do anything of that nature. Trust me.
Oh, I'm still so sniffly.
I feel like I've been saying things in my head, but not out loud. Right?
You sound so
You're busy
distracted.
enjoying that rice ball right now.
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
I know, same.
I also really like how they said if I were to pay you guys money, not like we're not going to let you question about what we're being paid. It's money.
I'll be paid in books. That's fine.
That's the only workaround we have here.
Yeah.
Alex, how's your rice ball?
What kind is it?
I got salmon onigiri, and I also got tuna onigiri.
Oh, yeah.
They're so fun.
They're very
I
cute.
have another
triangles.
segue from rice balls. Look, fruits basket.
Please don't choke and die on
Yeah.
stream.
This is one of like the first anime I ever watched. Don't die, Alex. This is important.
I think she became a Pokemon, actually. That sound was very specific.
Go on.
Yeah, this is old school. One of the first anime I watched as like a teenager. So getting to read it is so cool. And I finished watching the anime last year. I guess I don't know if it finished back in the day and I never watched it, or they remastered it and finished it, or what, but it's so good. I will say that the main character is much more tolerable in manga format than the anime, because I can't stand her.
Yeah, she's super annoying.
Yeah, so much easier for me to read it. But if you don't know Fruits Basket, which is a classic, like Alex said, it's about this main girl, Toru, and she's a high school student. She's an orphan. Both her parents are dead. And she's living in a tent in the forest because her grandfather's house is being remodeled and she has nowhere else to go because she doesn't want to ask her friends if she can stay. And she's living in this forest, which is part of this famous family, the Soma family's estate. And one of the Soma family kids goes to high school with her. Also, the family turns into animals when the opposite sex hugs them. Certain members of the family, because they're cursed by the Chinese zodiac spirits.
So I've seen pictures, I guess, like snippets with Fruits Basket. So I've seen the animal bit, but I had no idea that was why and how that happened.
Mm-hmm.
That is.
Look at this old school art. Like, this is...
Oh my god.
so good.
The art like
So there's Toru, and then this is Yuki. He's one of the high school boys. He turns into the rat. And that's Kyo, the orange-haired one. He turns into the cat. And there's the rice ball. See? Told you.
Oh,
That's a good segue.
This is the one that, like, it's just like, they become like humanoid animals, right? Like, it's just like a rat head on like a human body kind of thing?
No, they full-on turn into animals.
That's some show, and I don't know what show that is. Oh, okay.
It's not this one.
Yeah, I saw Hana was watching it in the back the other day, and I was like, "What are you watching?" And she was like, "I don't want to talk about it." And I thought it was that, but
No, this is not that kind of not that kind of show.
it looks
No, they
very
turn into
stupid.
really cute animals.
Oh.
I gotta
Have a good
find,
night.
look at, see, he turned into a cat.
Mm.
Why is it so blurry?
Whoa!
Wow.
You.
I'm actually kind of missing this one. All right.
No, they turn back into humans after an undetermined amount of time. It's usually like very short. And then also for some reason, they turn back to people without clothes on. They're just naked. Well, I guess because when they turn into
Do the
animals,
clothes
their
disappear?
No, their clothes fall off when they turn into
Okay.
animals. And then they're naked when they come back. But it's very cute. I mean, it's cute, but also there's a darker, kind of more depressing story as it goes farther on. It's really, really good.
Can they not do more than hug then?
Mm-mm.
Carrie's
No,
here.
they
Carrie,
can't
you good to
hug.
join, or do you want to wait a
No.
second?
No. Also, Brandy, I think you'd really like Kimi no Todoke.
Carrie,
Have
give
you
me a
read that
thumbs
one?
up if you're good. I don't want to.
Mm-mm.
All right, cool. I don't want to just like throw you in here and you were like unprepared. Like
Hi, Carrie.
I fell asleep. I'm sorry.
that was a quick nap.
Well, and then I woke up and I was like, oh, shoot.
Oh, it's a sleepover. Okay.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Brandy is schooling us in manga at the moment.
Yep. We're talking about Fruits Basket. Look how cute it is. The spines are so nice. They're all like rainbow, pastel-y rainbow spines. Gang's all here. Gang's all
Hey,
here.
Beef. Hey, Sheena.
Yeah, Brandy, I think you'd really like Kimi no Todoke. Kimi no Todoke is about like a girl who looks like a horror movie, like girl, like kind of like the Ring.
Is this an anime or a manga?
Well,
Spell it for me.
Kimi, so that's Kimi,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Oh,
no,
I found it.
yeah, there we go. Yeah, and everybody makes fun of her because she looks scary, and she falls in love with a boy at school and blah 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 blah. But it's really cute.
I'll add it to my wish list.
That one's a really big classic.
Your
too.
post-book banning ban.
The list is long.
Carrie, how was being abused by a toddler?
I literally was like, I texted her and I was like, can you come in? And she freaked. And I was like, and then I tried to sneak out twice and it didn't work. So I was like, what the heck? I don't know. Usually she's so good. And then tonight she decided.
She knew.
Nope, not gonna
Mhm.
happen.
She knew it was gonna happen. She was like, "My mom absolutely cannot be hanging out with other women. It is me
No,
only.
I know.
I am the only girl in her life."
I know. So I don't know. But here we are.
Alex, your mug's adorable. Carrie, your cat's adorable.
Thanks, I got it from the Disney store.
Aw.
Yeah, there's like alphabets for the.
We used to have a
Disney
Disney
stuff.
store.
Why is everyone
Yeah, we
Tessa.
did too.
Wait, stop. God.
It was me. You're right. I was like, Disney decided to not to have any physical stores anymore.
I
Well-
thought it was just in Canada that they. got
No,
rid-
across the world, they're like, nope, we're just gonna do online, and then we're just gonna like put more of our products in like Walmarts and Targets.
That's so lame.
Yes, Nate, we are going to. You're taking me to New York when my book ban is over.
Is there a specific place you want to go?
Yes, like the Kinokuniya and a couple different manga shops in New York. Just to go, basically.
I mean, that's like one of the best parts about living where we live. Like, it's not too far at all to go for a New York day trip.
Yeah, no. Not too bad.
And
Can I
Alex
say
is
hi?
doing a move to America.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
Alex, God moved to us.
I know. I was
Oh.
telling John. I was
Wait,
complaining that you guys are so far, and then I realized I was the problem.
Yeah.
I
go ahead.
was far. So. Oh, Tessa, I have a question. This is kind of weird to ask you on live, but I saw these like keychains at my shop, and they were like the stupidest things I've ever seen. They were so dumb and they were so ugly,
I love
but I love them.
Yeah,
And
I'm
it
already
looked
sold.
like this. Have you seen these? This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. It's
Wow.
so stupid.
Oh, I wasn't prepped for that.
I have
Oh.
something that's making almost the same face. Hang on, Tessa, you'll like this. 1 second.
All right, everyone show me dumb things. In the meantime, Titan Comics, please tell me about Rec Cap. I haven't really read any new issues I just got back a few days ago into state, and I'll be binging very soon. But
She just came today.
Oh, little girl! Wow, that face is amazing. Oh my god. Oh god, what is she taking?
You need to read more Spy Family.
I need to read Spy Family.
Yes. You didn't read any yet?
No,
Girl.
I have the first one. It's okay.
If
That's gonna be one of
See
my next
any
ones.
of these? Can you let me know?
Absolutely. Do you know?
They're so
like,
stupid. They're so ugly. They're so ugly.
do you know what company makes them, or like what they're called, or anything?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I found like a bunch, and I'm like, these are the dumbest, stupidest,
I
ugliest
skipped
things
all
I've
the
ever seen in
dark
my
web
life.
stuff. I'll get there eventually.
Does anybody else want to
See?
talk about
Yeah.
books they read?
Yeah, they're so stupid looking. Look at her.
Okay. So I read
Dumb.
I read this thing called Swen Soap.
That's it.
No. I told you I read a lot of like mediocre plus books. I read the last like 2/3 of Invincible. All right. I will say it gets pretty good, but it takes like it was like a 4 or 5 out of 10 before. Like it was fine. And then at like volume 16 or something ridiculous, like that's a lot of volumes. It got really good. I was like, man, I'm really into this. I care about them now because I've had 16 volumes of these characters and they've like really developed, and like it's like this is really good. And like volumes like 16 to 20 or so were amazing. And the rest was okay, and it was not worth reading 16 volumes to get to something really good.
It's
But,
so funny because I've heard like I haven't read it, but I've heard like really good things.
Me too.
Like Aaron probably like that's a bold statement that you're making there. He'd probably be
So
like,
I will
"Really?"
say,
oh,
I really
That's
fast
right.
read.
We're just
The
gonna
way
accept me
Kirkman,
as I am.
the way Kirkman writes, it was such a fast read. Like
Yeah.
you could read the whole series in 2 days. It's same thing as Walking Dead. Just
Okay.
super fast. Tosser, get out of here. Yeah, Invincible's my hot take. I will say that it probably was much more impactful. It started coming out in 2003? Like how many great indie comics were coming out in 2003? It probably was the best one on the shelf. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't like it is now. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, hey, shameless promotion. I put on a new video today. I think it's pretty cool. Check it out. Yeah, so I read Invincible. It was a fast read. I guess technically the ones that I read this year were the really good ones. So I guess technically, fantastic. Had a great time.
Ah,
I can't with my life. I'm gonna give up soon, guys. I'm done. I'm give up.
Next time I see you, I'm just gonna hand you a phone tripod.
No, no, it's a whole thing because I had tech issues last time, and then we're just gonna have a vent session for 2 seconds so that we can get back talking in the comics. And then my cat decided I like had this really makeshift situation going on right now because the only way I was able to log on is through my iPad, and so I have a box like a CGC box holding up my. It's pretty epic. Like any like legit streamer person right now would probably judge me, but it works. So just let me be. And it's holding up my thingy, my iPad, and then my cat decided that it didn't want to be like that. So here we are.
My computer is on a bunch of like
Okay.
weird blanket mound and pillow, so like we're both doing the dumb thing. That's fair. I've read a few books like that. Like I think Benny Deaths of Lila Starr, obviously 100 times smaller, but I think that one is definitely in the same ballpark. Ooh, tried to hit it, but I missed. Hi, Boogie.
Hello.
Hello, Tricky. Yeah, Keri, is that why you threw the cat?
Yes.
Punishment.
You straight up
Well,
threw
I didn't
it.
throw her like off the bed. I just threw her like to the corner of the bed, and then she
Threw her right out of your life.
knocked me. Yeah.
Oh, I did read a really good book. Or not. Yeah, I guess I would consider it good because I get to borrow books for free and read them or whatever. But this book, I was like, oh, I read it, and I was like, I want to buy it because I liked it so much. It's one of those Ablaze comics, so it's like a translated work. So this was Manix Abrera's 14, so it's actually just called 14. It's based on like 14 different folklores, and it's a silent comic. And I'm usually really bad at those because I'm dumb. I have a really hard time pacing myself when it's a silent comic. Like I just look at pictures and zoom through it really fast, and I have like a hard time like sitting there and absorbing the story. But this one was so like poignant. I might have rushed through the first few pages, so I do want to check it out again. But highly recommend checking out 14. It's
That sounds really good.
It was yeah, they took like 14 different pieces of folklores from different areas of the world. But you didn't know that that was happening at all really until the end, and you like read like all about them and told you the real details. It was really just telling you these weird stories, and you didn't know anything was connected. But basically, like, my perception of it was people were sitting in hell, some form of afterlife, whatever, and they were all just taking turns getting up and telling a story, and then those stories were like folklore, and it was just presented in such a really good way. Like, I've never read a silent book like that was just, feels weird saying read, but very, very good, like, storytelling. Highly recommend. That's, like, a really weird one that I'm super into. That was definitely the best thing I read this month. And it's, like, I feel bad because it's, like, so indie that, like, there's no Goodreads picture for it. How dare you? Oh my goodness. There's no Goodreads picture for it. And I have it sitting at work. I haven't purchased it yet, so I can't show it off, but it's very good. Hi, Bearded! Congrats on hitting 1,000 subscribers!
Hello.
Yay! Yay! Good evening. And gentlemen, Beers gets a shout out. Yeah, when I showed actually.
I'm not the only one who's like on the like I don't know. Tonight's a struggle book tonight, so we're just gonna accept it as it is.
At the end of the video I posted today, I showed how I filmed it because my tripod wasn't working at the angle I wanted to. It kept falling. My hands are like really shaky, so I couldn't do what I wanted to do. So I balanced like a long box on top of a lid, and I duct taped like a phone holder to it, and then I had to keep the tape dispenser on top to keep the box weighted enough in a certain area.
Yeah.
It was
It's
awful.
It's legit. I mean, typically whenever my laptop would work, it would like it was fine, but this, we're just rolling with it.
It's never gonna work when you want it
Anything that
to.
could go wrong tonight is like we're just gonna make it so you do not talk about comics tonight. Like the universe is like, it's just not gonna happen. It's not. So. Anywho, I know I talked about it last time. I finished Monsters. Like finished it. So that was.
Did you
fun.
cry?
I actually didn't. I angry texted one of my friends though.
Same thing.
Because I got to the plot twist. Like I thought I got to the plot twist, but I didn't. And then I got to like the real plot twist, and then I literally.
I love a fake out.
And I can't like obviously say because it's like a massive spoiler. But I was texting my friend, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And then I was like, "I'm gonna throw up. I'm done. I give up." You get to a point, and it totally makes sense, and it's not a shock. And like, but for me, I don't know if I was just naive. Like I read enough to know like something's gonna happen. But in this, I read it, and I was like, no, because you hold out this hope for these characters and all of that. So if you've read Monsters, you probably know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I finished it, and it was so good. So I'm not a book crier.
Me neither. That's why I brought this up, because I want everyone to recommend me books that'll make me cry, because I want a book to make me cry.
Well,
So bad.
Monsters
Song of
probably would
Achilles.
be it. Like
That book
Monsters
made me
probably
fucking cry.
It's super emotional, but and
Song of
I was
Achilles, you said?
expecting to cry, and I didn't. But I don't know if in real life, if you talk to me about something really sad, I probably will bawl my eyes out. But in reading a comic or a story, like I'm just not a book crier. I don't know.
I love books that break my heart. Like Pride of Baghdad is probably my favorite comic. It's heart-wrenching, and I
that's
love
what
it.
Monsters is like literally heart-wrenching and so sad, but so good. Like so good. So it just took. It's not a book that you can sit down, although people do. Like I personally could not sit down and read it like straight or like 2 days straight. Like I needed to give myself time to like decompress because it's a very like emotionally heavy book.
I've heard
so
a
there's
lot
like
of people.
a lot of
I shouldn't say a lot of people.
there's like a lot.
There's
I
someone who
cry
said
enough
that
as
after
it is. I
they-
don't need a book to make it do it for
Yeah.
me.
So like
Well, apparently this one made her throw up and angry text and temper, you
Yeah.
know. But
I
Um,
cry
yeah,
enough.
but it was but you like hold on this hope and then something happens and you're just like, come on. Like and you get so like I remember angry texting and being like I never had a book make me feel so much emotion of anger and like not even anger at like of the book or the writing, but like of the characters. Like it never put in me that much emotion where I was like, okay, this isn't even like it's fiction, right? But you feel like because they're based off of it's situations that happen in life, like I was so angry. I remember like actually being like feeling my blood, like seeing red. Like, and I've never actually had a book that put me that much into that emotional state. Like I remember going right to bed and being angry. Like just vividly mad. And I'm not an angry person, but like this book, here we go.
So as someone who hasn't read the book and hearing that, it's really wild to me because I've heard two people say to me that they read the book, you know, whatever, and then they go back on like the holidays or whatever happens in the book and read it on those holidays or something like that. So it's really weird to me to think like, oh man, I'm gonna go to my 4th of July picnic. I'm gonna sit here and read something that's gonna make me, you know,
I don't know
see red.
I don't know if I would do that personally.
Yeah, that's very
Yeah.
very specific.
I don't feel like it's a holiday, like it's not a happy holiday book. Like it's to me. I mean,
Bye, Sheena.
But
I have people. I asked for books that make you cry, and I have a bunch of people saying sad books. Same. Yeah.
I agree.
Maybe not Brandy anymore now that she has a book buying ban.
Song of Achilles is a real book, by the way, like without pictures.
Yeah, that's more likely to make me cry than I think a comic book. But I don't think a book has made me cry in my adult life. Like when I was in like middle school, maybe early high school, and I was reading like a book a day. There are definitely books that like made me sob. I don't think that's happened in my adult life though.
Yeah,
Murder
it was
happened.
definitely heavy. Like I needed to take my time reading it, but then I didn't want to read anything else, and that's why like January. I was telling you guys, I feel like I didn't read that much because I felt like it was such a powerful story that I like didn't want to. Like I needed to read a novel after. Like I felt like I needed a break to like slow down in a good way, like not in a So I ended up starting to read all the Marvels.
I read that.
I don't know who it's by. Oh, I have it like on my shelf. Good.
I'm a sucker for those
really
kind of
good.
books.
I posted it on my Instagram stories, and I got so many people comment about like they loved it or they were not a fan. And I was like, I did not expect this much controversy over a book, but okay. So I just started it. I'm like not that far into it, but
I'm such a sucker for those. I got like the American History comic books. I got that. I got Slugfest. I know Bearded is in here and he likes Slugfest too. Yeah, I'm just such a sucker for like comic history books, especially since the internet is like weirdly hard to find out a bunch of like niche older things, which is extremely strange, but makes me want to read more. Why the Last Man is so
Superman
good,
Smashes
dude.
the Clan made me cry. Yeah.
Solid. I do have that on my to read list already. I need to get on that one.
what is it? I like sad stories.
Me too.
So what are we at?
Spider-Man Blue, Swoon. Why the Last Man is amazing, and I am going to segue off of that to go into the other main thing I read this month. This is also Brian K. Vaughan. I decided to read Runaways. I didn't really have a reason I started it. Had the Marvel Unlimited app and just picked it. Like it was just kind of there.
I started reading it, but never finished. Like never continued.
So I read the first series by Brian K. Vaughan, which was pretty fun. I was surprised that I liked it. It's Brian K. Vaughan. Like it was really easy to digest. It was pretty fast. Like definitely a little dated, but in an acceptable way. And the characters really grew. It was Brian K. Vaughan. It was good. So I read his 6 volumes. I read the Josh Whedon volume when he took over for one, and that was the first thing I've read of his or consumed any media of his since I found out he really sucks. And that definitely changed my perception of it because like Buffy the Vampire Slayer is one of my favorite TV shows. I've watched it a million times. Like, and it was just really kind of weird that I was like reading this like, man, you kind of suck. And it kind of shows like this really fun, very true all ages book. And I feel like it's really hard to have a true all ages book that like Keri could read and her daughter can read in a year. Like there's not a lot of books that just like can be consumed so well that way and be truly enjoyed. And then the next volume after that, he had like a little girl being like forced to marry an adult man, and she was like complaining that she really did not feel comfortable doing these things with this man that she had to do every night, and like just like a bunch of stuff where it was such a shift where it was just like, all right. And then after that one, it was Terry Moore, who's done all the Strangers in Paradise stuff, which I haven't read yet because I'm a slacker. It definitely like kind of got worse every time after it was Brian came on though, so it made me sad because I kind of fell in love with him at the end of him. And then it was all like whatever. But now the only thing I haven't read yet is the Rainbow Rowell run that started coming out in like 2018, 2019, which was apparently phenomenal. It won tons of awards. Rainbow Rowell writes like actual novels. So I'm excited to read that one. That was my Brian K. Vaughan shift. Have you guys read Why the Last Man at all?
Mm-mm.
Murder Falcon. Hell yeah. Hardcover that came out for that recently too is also beautiful. Like the title is in like blue foil. It's really nice though. That makes more sense. I was gonna say I didn't think Murder Hobo sounded like it was gonna make me cry. Okay, good. I was gonna say I've seen it and maybe I just got a very different vibe. Trigger graphic novel, The Best We Can Do. I haven't heard of that. I'll write that down.
Oh, I think I know that one.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just not thinking about that off the top of my head. I don't know.
Yeah, it's about a family immigration from immigrating from Vietnam. I did hear about that.
Immigration stories usually make me cry because it makes me think of like my parents.
Yeah.
So it's like super personal. So
yeah,
those are always very sad.
Oh yeah, maybe I said family and immigration. I read Secret Identity. I've not read Secret. Oh, is that the Alex Segura book? I could be misthinking his last name. Yeah, Runaways was really fun. I really like those.
I need to keep reading it. I don't know why I stopped. I don't know if I just picked something up, like else up, but I literally like started reading the trade.
It definitely gets better as you go on too, because it's just one of those things where it's like a team book, but then like the characters become very real characters, and the characters all grow. Like the one, it's also like a very nice varied team. Like the in the beginning, the leader is a young black man, kid, I guess not man, teenager. They're all teenagers. And then like the second one is a Japanese lady, and then one of the characters is gay, but it's kind of a spoiler, so I'm not going to say who. And then like it's just like very varied. It's not just there's one straight white man on the team and that's it. Like and he grows a lot because he starts off as like the idiot jock and he becomes like not intentionally mean, but he's just kind of like a high school idiot. And he just turns around really well. And I don't know. I definitely suggest finishing the Brian K. Vaughan stuff. Like that stuff's it's not life changing, but it's just like a really fun read and it's so fast. Like
and they're easy reads. I mean, Paper Girls was easy. You read Paper Girls, right? Yeah. Yeah, I was like, wait, I just blinked for a second. Yeah, that was pretty easy read too.
Speaking of Vaughn, Saga came back this week. I haven't picked it up yet, but I need.
What did you think about the last arc of Saga compared to the other arcs of Saga?
Well, I haven't read it, so don't. But I read Saga. So
I won't say anything about what happened. I will say it's all set up again because it's the start of the second arc, right? So it's not like as intense as, you know, a lot of Saga that we've read so far.
I'm so scared you're gonna spoil it for me.
I'm not saying anything. Trust me. It's just it's build up again. So from what we've read, you know, that's came out recently, it's good. It's obviously it's good, but we're starting back up again, you know. So we'll get there. We'll get back to the intense stuff.
Now we're over halfway there. Woo!
Ooh, it'll only take another probably 10 years.
Saga's actually one of the books, like the first books that really got me into comics.
Yeah,
same.
And I remember going to, which is it's so funny, but I remember going to a comic or LCS with Aaron for years. He would like really like I would read comics, but like dabble in them. And I mean, we've been together for a long time, but we went to an LCS and he's like, just pick something. Like, I don't care. Just pick something. And I remember picking Saga and reading it. And I walked up to check out and the cashier, like the owner was like, oh, interesting choice. I was like, oh, what does that mean? And then I like started reading it. And I was like, oh, I guess I could see that, but it was just really funny. I just remember, like, out of all the books, he was like, oh, okay.
Which is so weird because, like, I don't know how long ago that was, but like now if someone picks up Saga, yeah,
it had been like relatively. When did Saga come out?
2012.
Yeah, that sounds
We
right.
started dating in 2012, so it had been like 2013, 2014.
That's when I started. I grabbed the second volume. The third one was the first one that I like that came out, and I was like, ah, yes, the third volume, like something I was excited about.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when I started going to Cloud before I worked there, that was like the first thing someone was like, here, just try this. That was how I like started Bipolar and started working Cloud and everything. Aw. Nate, you gotta read more comics with Brandy now.
I know. We're watching One Piece together. That's going to take the rest of our lives to finish.
Oh my god. Oh. You have fun with that.
It's good, but we're going to be there a while.
That's fair. Again, that's also like Brian K. Vaughan is just such a digestible read. I feel like he's just so fast. Like I can read a trade of Saga in 20 minutes. So I feel like I used to just binge read it all the time because it was such a fast read and very enjoyable.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Also, like Fiona Staples' interiors are unmatched. Like her creature design for stuff, use of colors, her set design, if you will, like God, unmatched.
It's gonna take you 45 years.
Well,
Yeah.
he's reading it. He's pretty far along. I think he said like volume. What volume are you at, Nate?
I think you said 76 or 77 earlier today.
Oh,
Or I
okay.
totally misheard. That was when he had your headphones on and he was showing off his Speedo.
Oh, right. Yeah. So there's
I'm
like
not exaggerating.
there's 101 volumes out right now. So he's decently far.
Yeah. Especially with like how kind of recently he started.
67. He switched to Tessa.
Sorry. I'll blame him. I'll say he said it wrong.
That's probably true.
Wow, that was already most of what I read. I have a few other oddballs, but
I've got 3 more. Which one should we talk
collecting
about?
variants.
yeah, show off some books.
How about this one?
Oh, what is that?
You know what this one is, Tessa.
Oh, is that the cat one?
Yeah.
Cat bar, okay. There was a glare. That's really cool.
Hard-boiled stories from the Cat Bar.
This is one of the books you've read that I'm the most interested in.
It was fun. Look at this. How do you beat that?
Damn.
Good job, Nate.
Damn.
Yeah, it's basically hot guys and cats. There's like a mystery crime story going on too. The only thing I didn't like about it is that some of the characters look very similar, so I would get confused about who was who.
That's like my biggest downside for manga because I rely so much on like the color of someone's hair or something.
Yeah, but even their I don't know, they just look so similar. So the 2 of the characters, which the characters they are makes it even worse because they're like opposing characters. So I'm like, I don't know who was who. But it was good. It was a fun read. It's cats and hot dudes, so you can't go wrong with that. Just like a one-shot.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Man, I was kind of hoping for a lot of cat Hawkeye murder stuff's happening.
Just the one, because it would have a 1 on it, meaning there would be a 2. But there's not. So it's just a 1.
I mean, Amazing Spider-Man #1 doesn't have a 1 on it, and there's
So
800 other issues after it.
it should have a 1 on it then.
Yeah, it's like the only of those old books missing it.
Alex, show off some of your variants.
Yeah.
Oh, they're all. I've been collecting the hip hop variants.
Yes.
Ooh.
Show
I
Oh,
off.
I got the big screen. All right, take it away.
Yeah.
Got the Lil Wayne one.
I never
Yes.
see that one actually.
I really, really like this one.
Oh,
See,
That's
that
very
has a
smart.
number one
I
on it,
forgot
Tessa.
you- I
I'm
forgot
sorry?
you collect
That has a
hip-hop.
number one on it.
That book is really fun.
I got Method Man because I really like Method Man.
The Scarlet Witch hip hop is really cool.
Oh
I don't
god,
even have it.
I want it so
I
badly. My
forgot you
favorite,
collected. I
is
forgot you
Eminem,
collected hip
and
hop.
it's the only Eminem one.
Yeah.
I got 50 Cent.
Yeah.
I do love
That's
Eminem.
cool.
I love the Vision one. That's like
and
my favorite.
Alex, I
I
have to see
also
what I
got.
have and see what
Sorry?
you need. I have to see what I have because I have to. We used to have like a ton of hip hops.
And then I got. What else is in here? The Nick Fury one as well.
Hell yeah, I love that one.
Yeah, they're really pretty. But I need more. The only one I'm missing that I really, really want is the Wu-Tang one. And the Stankonia one for Outcast. So
I don't
Let
see
me
that one
see what I
talking.
have, Alex, because I.
But yeah,
don't know if
besides
I
that,
ever
I've
got
been
rid of
collecting
them.
those little stupid keychains. Oh yeah, no, I have that
Yeah,
one. It's on my
the
wall
American
though.
Thomas one's really
My
cool.
outside wall.
I do like America Chavez though.
I'm also missing a few of the Cypress Hill ones, which is the Ghost Rider ones, and LL Cool J, and I want those ones.
I just
Everybody
want
always
the
gets
one.
shocked whenever I talk to them about like hip hop variants because they're like,
Well, yeah,
"This
you're a
is
sweet
cute
little
little-
girl. You can't like hip
yeah,
hop.
it's cute little
Yeah.
Asian girl."
That's good.
I totally forgot you. I went through a phase where I collected a lot, but I don't know if I got rid of them or not. I would need to look.
You found the keychains? Oh my god!
Drop that
Keri,
link,
did I
boy.
show you these keychains? Keri, you have to see these. These are the stupidest, ugliest things
yeah,
I've ever
Keri!
seen in my entire life. It's so stupid. It's so
It's
ugly.
the eyes.
They're so ugly.
Like it's something with the eyes that like do it for me. Like I
Just
feel like
a
I'm
dead
gonna murder
stare?
me in my sleep.
It's just the dumbest
Let me
thing
see.
I've ever seen.
Okay. What
They're
are
so
they?
dumb. They
What are
don't
they
have like
called?
a
They're not
thought in their
pops.
head.
I tried asking her what they were called, and she went, "Oh."
Well, Nate said he found them on Amazon. Put the link in the comments,
They're
Nate.
like a knockoff of pop figures, I feel like, but in keychain form.
Yes, that one is also really good. I also am missing the Eminem one and the what's it called?
The forehead one.
The Roots one. So I'll try my best. Yes, it is very stupid looking, right? They look ugly, and they're so ugly, but I like them.
Where? I don't see it.
He might be in the comments instead of the live chat. I don't think you can put links in the live chat.
Oh, that's dumb.
Oh, just send it to me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, just slide in your DMs. Get it, Nate. Get it, big dog.
I also picked up a facsimile for Ivy just today. Yeah, I've never read it before, and I think the oldest thing I've ever read is probably just like Frank Miller's Daredevil. I've never read anything older than that, so I think I might start reading older comics. But I don't know where to start.
Like how
So-
old?
Whatever is good and not overly racist.
Well,
All right, so we're starting in the 80s.
That Silver Age X-Men that I was reading probably pass on that.
So I really want to do like some kind of, I don't know if I'm going to do it on TikTok or YouTube or what, but I want to do like a reading one reading one issue of a run, like a long running thing every day. And I think I'm probably going to do X-Men just because I have most X-Men issues.
Do it.
Yeah.
So I was reading it on the Marvel Unlimited app, but there is a gap. But like, I think it only has up until issue like 54 or 56 or something, and then there's a gap between 56 and like 94.
I think those are all reprints.
Yes. Yes.
I don't
But
remember
I
which
feel
numbers
like
they
it
were.
may have been a few issues before the reprints.
It might be. I know like I was talking about someone earlier, the What If omnibus, like they just skipped out on issue 16 because that's one of the Shang-Chi episodes that like should not be the way it is. So, they definitely could just casually not want to put more of that stuff into the world that they did in the 60s kind of thing.
Yeah. A little. Yeah. There's a few statements that I'm like, oh yeah, definitely from the 60s. Like, definitely a borderline. Yeah.
I tried reading some of the Shang-Chi stuff from before, like the original Shang-Chi stuff.
Like volume 1, like OG.
The Shaw just got his first appearance. I have one of the reprints, and I have 4 of the originals, and I might get a 5th.
I forgot to say Happy New Year.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Happy New Year.
Yay! You should all have round fruits in your house, so you can live a long, happy life.
I always have round fruits in my house. I am a round fruit.
What else have I been reading? I've mostly been reading like history books, which is really weird, but
What kind of history, though?
I really like pirate history. So I've been
So
reading
One Piece.
Yes.
She's just reading One Piece and saying she's reading historical fiction.
I've been reading about Henry Avery. Have you guys heard of him?
Okay,
before?
yeah.
Yeah, so it was like the biggest heist ever pulled in history. And I was reading about like how it went down and how he did it. And turns out all that money is still at the bottom of the ocean. Because
Go get it.
It got struck by a whatever. Yeah, I know. It's
You
supposed
know,
to be
we
like
should
$12
do
million.
that for our
Next live show.
retreat. Like when we all hang out, we should go do that. Like fashion.
Scour the ocean for treasure.
Yes.
We'll get our scuba diving gear.
Yes.
Live stream the treasure hunt.
Fight some sharks.
Oh my God, I love sharks.
I don't like whale sharks.
I love whale sharks. Oh, I think they're so
They
dumb.
look like this.
Exactly. Yes, that's a pro. God. They're like the dorkiest animal.
They look stupid.
I feel like they're like
They're ugly.
Well, normals are real, but like I just feel like they're very like
There's a lot of creatures that I look at, and I'm just like,
they're just like
how?
happy little whale sharks just swimming in the ocean.
I like the really
Have a great
fat
night.
ones with the Hawaiian rolls on their tummy.
Sharks?
They are named after pirates. The sharks? No, I was talking about I think they're called dugongs.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, I don't know what kind of shark you're talking about right now, Alex. This
No.
sounds very...
I assume all sharks are buff.
Or what?
I don't
Buff.
think there's a fat shark out there.
Buff sharks.
I don't know.
All right,
Shark
any
face?
artists, can you please draw me some pictures of buff sharks?
Yes. Oh, speaking of sharks, that's what I've been reading. I've been reading that Jeff the Shark. Jeff the
Oh,
Land Shark.
yes!
Yeah.
That's
Been
the
reading
experience
that
I have.
a lot.
Hey, talking about sharks, can we like reminisce on 90s street sharks? Because that was like my.
There's a comic for that too.
The street sharks was a comic. I don't know. The show was like.
This was in like the 90s or whatever. It's
I
dollar
mean,
bin
I'm not
fodder.
surprised, but like, because the show was legit. But me and my brother used to watch street sharks. Like we were. It was a thing. No. Then I took that back. Exactly. I
Are
see
narwhals the ones like
but they're
this?
not as cute as like
Okay.
the cartoon.
Not to be confused with gnomes, yeah.
No,
Yeah,
not to be confused.
Different.
It's
She went
this
like
one.
this, not
But,
like
I
this.
saw a
Not
picture
this
of a real normal, and I'm like, they're not as cute as I thought they would be. Like the cartoons make them look all cute and happy, and they're just kind of like,
Are these ugly? Are they ugly in real life?
no,
Is that what
I
you
mean,
say?
Wow, Carrie, as
It's
a mom,
okay,
you
you
should
can
be
say that
telling
they're
people to
ugly.
value what's on the inside, not what's on the outside. What is your daughter gonna grow up to be?
I'm just saying. I'm also
I
been
like-
told not
I like
to lie and have an
seals.
opinion and vocalize your opinion, and everyone's eligible to. But wait, I'm just.
They're not
I'm
gonna
gonna show you guys a
understand you.
picture.
You could just go up to it. be like, "You're kind of ugly," and it would still be happy.
Are we just
Pretty,
showing off
like-
animal pictures now? Because I'm here for that.
I also like don't know if it has eyes. It has to have eyes.
What are your
talking
guys'
about normals?
Wait, hold on.
I do the same thing where I miss the screen.
This one.
That one's
they're,
more in
like,
the middle of its head
not
than I thought.
cute. Like the cartoons are like much cuter. Sorry.
What are your guys' favorite animals?
Tigers.
Wait, can we guess each other? Oh,
Too late, I
thanks.
said it.
I didn't say mine.
Yes, you did. I kind of heard it.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
What is it?
I was gonna say fat seals.
They are
Seals, if you will.
Specifically.
Yes, this specifically. You know, have you never seen one of those seal videos where they're like slapping their belly? I like them. They're popular.
So
in
this is
that-
all I have to do to
Okay.
entrance you? Just.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, hey, Alex.
I really like fat seals. They're just
So
round.
Brown
They're
boys.
so round. I think I like anything round.
Oh, I like this. And we're just talking about animals they like. All right. Yeah, talking good. Keri, what's your favorite animal?
Okay, if you were to ask me like a year ago, I'd probably say elephant. Preferably baby elephants, like when they're first born and they're like, they have, like their trunks longer than their legs. They're like tumbling around. They're adorable. Also, prairie dogs are really adorable too. Like if you go to the zoo and you're just like, they're just okay. I'm like on a different level tonight. I don't know. You just gotta accept where I'm not.
All right,
I'm so
Tessa.
tired.
I'm sorry?
What's yours?
Oh, I really like beavers.
Beavers?
They look
Have
so huggable, and those videos where they're like carrying a bunch of vegetables and running away make me laugh harder than anything on the planet. They always look like they're robbing
They
a
are
fruit
really
stand.
cute.
I'll start sending them in our chat. I'll start putting
Yeah.
some reels in there. They're all just they have like little back feet, so they're like wobbling around, but they're just like clutching a bunch of like veggies and like scrambling as fast as they can, but they're fat, so they don't move very fast. They look like the most huggable creature, and they're so I don't know, they're so endearing to me. I really like animals though. I like sharks a lot. I like everything. I like animals.
I like round animals. Ones that have really big tummies or are really round themselves. Anything that you can roll, you know, it's a very good boy.
There's a video of like a panda
John.
bear like rolling down like a mountain. And
A
it's
bear?
adorable, like a big panda bear, and he just like is tumbling down, and he's like, he just is like a little ball, and he's just rolling down the hill.
I don't know if they're huggable, but they look huggable, and I've seen
I've
people
seen
who like
those
I don't know.
with,
I've seen people with them.
seals.
I like frogs a lot. They're very
I
high.
love
I didn't know that I had a
frogs.
favorite animal until I realized that beavers are my favorite. Like
Oh,
a month or two
somebody
ago.
said possums. Hell yeah, possums.
I love
Frogs.
possums.
Freaking love
Frogs.
possums.
Hi, John. We're talking about our favorite animals. Please put your favorite animal in the chat. Everyone, please. If this is
The
important
conversation
data.
took a hard turn.
Yeah, guys, this is so important. I can't even tell you.
I am obsessed with Kermit the Frog. I
Don't
love
have-
Kermit the
I
Frog.
have recently discovered a love for the Muppets. I like
love
insects.
Kermit.
I love moths.
Oh,
I know
moths
that's
are good.
That's a really vague answer, but I love that they have so many beautiful different types. I think bugs are cool. I wish I liked centipedes. They're the only things I don't like. They got too many
Mm-mm.
legs. I don't like watching them walk around. I'll try not to kill them, but like I don't like them. Everything else is good in my book, though.
You like
Bugs are-
mosquitoes?
I mean, I don't want them to drink my blood, I guess, but like the image of them doesn't disgust me. The only thing that like
Yeah.
looking at that I really
Hard
hate
pass.
looking at is centipedes. Like centipedes watching them walk. Ugh. Oh.
I like
Yes.
caterpillars.
Caterpillars are
They're
cute. See,
very
they have a lot of legs, but they're
You
okay.
like this.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah. This.
Yeah, little skitter scatters are not
Oh,
cute.
yeah.
I also really like tarantulas.
Spiders, cool.
No,
I feel like I
Centipedes?
could get down with
hard
the
pass on the
tarantula.
spiders.
Yeah,
I
tarantulas.
just don't like when things crawl on me without me knowing. Like if I'm sitting here and a bug crawls on me, then I do not like it. But if someone is like, "Would you like to hold my bug?" and I would be like, "Yes," then we're good. Unconsensual
Okay.
touching is not cool, no matter what species you are.
You gotta ask first.
John, I'm so sorry, but I'm going to tell you right now that I think dolphins are my least favorite animal.
Why? Why?
Is it because they're bitchy?
Yeah, they're humans, but in the sea.
Yeah,
like
are
they
bitchy.
have records of. So they're just like humans. There's good ones that like rescue people or whatever, but they also like rape and kill humans. Like they're not cool. They're I hate dolphins. Also, my other one that I don't like that everyone else likes is like they're still fine. I still like them. They're still better than people. But I'm not a big fan of like monkeys. The more like humanoid looking, the more human you are, the less I like you, I think. I don't know. Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, like a frog, I'm not gonna think that's a person, but like, I don't know. A chimpanzee, they're also gonna like rip my face off or something, I don't know. Scary.
Beers, are you a person?
Yeah, you make way too cute sounds. You're good. This is a long. Incredibly smart, very socially, protect humans from sharks. I love sharks, and sharks do not want to eat people. Whenever they eat people, it's by mistake, and that's why they can usually get their limbs back, because they're like, "Bleh, humans taste bad," and they like spit out their limb again. They think you're like a seal or something tasty. They do have sex for just enjoyment. There's been a lot of for some reason this is what people decide to research, I guess. But recently there's been a lot of discoveries of animals having sex, including gay sex. Giraffes get gay. Go giraffes.
Yeah.
There's a ton of gay animals.
Yeah.
Giraffes are
Roaches are the
scary.
worst. What's scary?
They're so scary. Giraffes.
They have the same
They're
amount of
terrifying.
vertebrae as we do, and that blew my mind a little bit when I found that one out.
But their necks are so long.
Dogs are so good. Dogs are so good.
Dogs
Yeah.
are a little human-esque though sometimes too.
Hmm.
Like they all have their own like little personalities.
That's fair. They just I don't know if anything actively I haven't seen a beaver in real life, but I don't think anything actively brings me as much joy as a dog. Because like when a dog comes into the store, I'm sitting there like, oh god, I hope they come up and offer me to pet their dog. Like I want to pet the dog so bad. Like
I feel like all animals have personality. Like even
agree.
my snakes have two very different personalities.
Yeah.
dogs, man, though.
I'm trying to think of that.
Dolphins are the chads of the sea.
Oh,
Agree.
no. It's
I-
true.
Someone at work also agrees with me with dolphins. We're like, we don't hate them, but they're just like low tier animal. And I can't wait to show them this.
I like octopi.
Tessa hates Coco the monkey, the one that does sign language. I don't know about Coco, but I hope Coco's having a nice day.
See, Alex, they kind of freaked me out a little bit.
Octopi?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
There's a lot of limbs going on there. The same logic they're using for everything else.
Okay,
That's-
so this is like
Yeah, but they do more
probably
like
gonna be
this.
really fun.
And centipedes do more
they're
like
really
this.
floppy, and they have. I think.
You have a
okay,
cat. Cats are floppy.
So I did a service trip back in high school to Alaska for a month. I don't know, fun fact. Curious story time. And there was a 7-year-old that was out on the dock and literally caught a 50-pound octopi. And like, she just put it, I just remember vividly, I have photos. I could send them to you in the group chat. And the octopus was just literally on the dock and it was all flat and its head was like, and I was like,
Because they're
yeah,
supposed to be in the water, my guy.
like I don't know why I can't get it out of my head.
I will say that the ocean in general is terrifying. The creatures that live in the ocean, terrifying. I think of that as a pro. I'm like, wow, look at these cool sea monsters we have. That's so awesome. But like,
But
yeah,
can we
dude.
talk about how a 7-year-old caught an octopus, like a 50-pound octopus, in a crab cage? I remember this. It was traumatizing.
Could you
I
imagine
should
just
show
like
you the
scuba diving
video.
or whatever, and there's just one of those next to you? Like that sounds like cool in idea, but terrifying in practice. Like that would scare the shit out of you.
Yeah. I'm gonna send you guys pictures after this because it was.
Carrie, you
I'll
just start
send
sending
you
us
the
pictures
video that
randomly.
made me like them.
I
We
like
can
cute little
exchange.
stuffed animal ones. That
I
are,
like
adorable.
the specific one that I like is a Dumbo octopus, like a baby Dumbo octopus.
Okay.
It's-
Okay.
Like it looks
Googling
like a
Dumbo
little
octopus.
scoop of ice cream. And if you look it up, it's supposed to be. If you look up baby Dumbo octopus, it's the video with the yellow.
Oh, I've
one.
seen these guys. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Because there was
Carrie
this
would like a baby one.
that was just really
Yeah.
blinded by like some light, and then it kind of like started trying to hide, and I thought, oh, that was so cute.
Leave them alone.
Yeah.
Panda's good. Pandas might be the animal I'd want to be if I was an animal.
I think you would be a panda, yeah.
Just lay around, snack on some bamboo. Sounds good. Life, roll around. I don't know. All dogs go to heaven. When I was a little kid, a teacher told me that dogs don't go to heaven, and I cried a lot because I was a child and all I wanted to was my dog. I do know how to swim. I can swim. I used to be able to like hold my breath for like 2 minutes underwater. It was like my parents had a pool, so I swam underwater like all day, every day. Do you guys know how to swim?
Yes.
They're trying to figure out ways to take us out. Say yes, no matter what.
So I
Everything in the sea is an alien.
Wait, here, can I show you this octopus?
Yes,
This
wait.
is what I remember.
Oh, poor dude.
Flat.
Put that guy back in the water.
I
Yeah.
think they did.
Well, they better have.
But in Alaska,
I don't
it's like
like
so
jellyfish.
different. Like they literally like catch to eat, so it's so. It's like it's a different culture up there.
Do you guys know in Alaska they have to eat?
No, but like they just did. Like it's just so like they catch on. They're like, oh,
Yeah,
this
well,
is
if they were gonna
like,
eat it,
it's
fine, I
nothing,
guess. But
yeah.
Yeah, but just
Have
let
you
them
guys
plump
ever
on the
had
sidewalk
octopus
instead.
before?
yeah,
I
What?
don't eat fish.
Wait,
or
so okay,
meat.
so Brandy's had octopus, and Tessa and Keri, you've never had octopus?
No, I did. I have.
Oh, okay.
Not
Eating
that
it.
one, but I did. Yes.
Not that one. I didn't walk over and take a bite.
It's good. It's yummy.
Oof. Ocean's scary though. Like I feel you.
Mhm.
Oh man, I wish I read anything Ocean like to segue this over. Just like, oh yeah, that Aquaman I read was real good.
yeah, I don't have it. Mine are not ocean related.
How can I min-angle something? Oh man. Only
That's
like
a
3
hard
books.
transition.
That was it. I spent most of the month either celebrating New Year's or eating and working.
I was trying to think if I acquired anything this month because I know like you were showing stuff you got, but not really. Poison ivy variant in my car.
Do you have any exciting books that you want to read for February?
Ooh, there's a new Asian character coming out for DC. 2 of them, and they're coming out in February. I'm so excited.
Oof.
That's it. That's all I have to say. Can somebody else talk now?
I'm gonna read a classic event. I haven't decided which one yet. I might do like Crisis on Infinite Earths because that's kind of relevant right now, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna read like some classic event because I read like none of them. Maybe I'll do Secret Wars.
Secret
Mr.
Wars is good.
Fire Guy Ryan has described it as a 6-year-old banging a bunch of action figures together in story form, and that's really endearing to me, and I'm here for it.
Wait, for Secret Wars?
Like the old one, like Marvel Superhero Secret Wars, like
Oh yeah.
the 80s
It's
one.
an
Which
interesting description.
that made me like more into to read it beforehand. I was like, yeah, I'll read this at some point. And I was like,
I mean, yeah, I got that.
Hell
it's
yeah.
fair.
Oh shit!
I read.
Right.
I started reading the full event of Secret Invasion. Because I was a part, like a bunch of the comic Instagram community. We like created this little group, and we're like, let's read it, and then it kind of like fizzled out.
It always does.
So I read it, and I read a good portion of it, and then I realized I was reading the wrong thing, so that was the whole thing. Anywho, but once I read like the actual like full event, like complete event of Secret Invasions, I think I probably have like halfway through it. But I'm reading like again like the entire
Like all the tie-ins and stuff.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
it is. I think it's like 92 issues, 94,
Okay.
92.
Oh yes, it's so good. Kingdom Come is really good, but I think that's like I think it's supposed to be like a DC essential, from what I've heard. It was one of the first comic books I ever read.
I get told very often to read it.
You haven't read it?
This is the classics now. I haven't read most like big classic stories. I read all the new stuff.
What was your guys' first comic book?
2 random flash books from the dollar bin at an antique store.
Oh.
Oh, that's
One-
a cool story. Like that's a cool way to get into it. I'm here for that. That's cool.
They're like, I used to keep like my keys in a separate box, but now I have too many keys to keep in a separate box. But I used to keep those guys in there too, because it was like my grab in case of a fire kind of thing. I was like, oh, I'm never going to these guys. They're my buddies. Like, what about you guys?
It was some Batman thing. Because when I first started, I mean, there probably was something. There was definitely probably something before this. But I vividly remember when Aaron and I first started dating, like 11 years ago. he was, I mean, he's still a big Batman fan, but I remember him vividly being like, try it. And he was like trying to get me into it. And I don't think I ever finished it. I forgot what it was. I want to say it was Killing Joke, but I could be really wrong.
Killing Joke's overrated. Hot take. You heard it here.
Yeah, but I feel like that's what, I don't remember. I
Did you-
vividly remember it though, because it was on, like, I remember it being on my nightstand. Like, I just forgot what it was.
That's same with those flash books. Like, I couldn't tell you the number, but obviously
Yeah.
I can pick out the cover very easily.
Yeah.
I almost put water everywhere. That would be funny. Maybe I'll read Civil War, actually. That might be a fun one. Kind of irrelevant. Ash Ross is cool. First comic book was the 1989 Tim Burton Batman adaptation comic book. Oh, I can picture that in my head. I see it all the time. And then Death in the Family. What about you guys? What were your favorite or first comics?
Mine was also Flash, actually.
Hell
Because I remember seeing the Flashpoint movie, like the animated movie, and I was like, hey, that kind of looks like the dude from Teen Titans. And it was not the same dude. So I'm like, oh, okay, but it's the same universe. So I there was something that was said in the movie that was like really life-changing to me. It was like 2 lines. But I was like, oh, I want to read more. So I ended up starting with Jeff Johns. I was very late into the game. I think I started with New 52. But that's where I started.
I mean, yeah, when I started actually like reading new issues, it was the very tail end of New 52. Like they weren't even calling it New 52 anymore.
Man, I couldn't even believe somebody told me just the other day that New 52 was like 10 years ago or something.
Yeah.
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 Can you believe
Because that
that?
came out, right? Like, I mean, Aaron and I were probably we were 10 and a half, almost 11. And I remember, like, him being like, this is a good time to, like, get started when New 52 came out.
Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ. But I think when I actually started fully, like, collecting, I only started really collecting 2 years ago. My first one was the Death of Doctor Strange.
I mean, even Rebirth
super
is
exciting.
like 8 years old now because that started in 2016.
Oh shit! Really? Damn.
It started in 2016, yeah. So I don't know like what month, but time, huh?
Super fun. Super
Brandy,
great.
what about you?
Actually, back in middle school, high school, I collected manga. I didn't collect any Western comics at all. So getting back into manga is kind of going back to my roots, per se. But as far as Western comics, probably Saga, really, was the first one that got me into it. And that was 7 years ago. I kind of fell off the wagon and then came back, but if anyone's gonna be your first, I can't complain about Saga.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Brandy, we got a hot take in here.
What's that?
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, she's gonna kill you.
Brandy, do you feel like the dagger, like, going into your soul?
Here's the thing, I really don't. I mean, I get where you're coming from. I feel like when something is so hyped, like nothing can live up to the expectation of hype. I don't care what it is. I think it's a really great story. Is it the best story I've ever read in my life? No. But it's good. Like, I think the world building is cool and the characters are cool.
I haven't finished Nice House on the Lake, but I liked that one more than Something Is Killing the Children. But I need to finish it now that it's over. I'm fiercely behind.
Yeah.
I've heard Rom No One Half is quite fun.
I've also heard good things about it.
I'm chipping through that stack I got at Second Charles of manga. So that's one of the main things I'm going to be reading this month. Just a stack.
I'll probably be reading. I started Mob Psycho, so I got through the first 2 volumes this past week. And the artwork in this is absolutely wild. It's so stupid. The whole story is so stupid so far, but it's so good.
Mob Psycho here in Vancouver is like super, super, super popular.
Like, look at this art. So ridiculous. So I'll probably read that, which is another. I think volume 10 is coming out soon, but I have up to volume 9. And then I'll probably start Bleach. Because I gotta get
You
through
haven't-
all of that.
Read it?
I had originally the first box set, which was, I think, up to volume 24, maybe? 20 something. And I never read past that. I mean, I watched the whole show, but I'd really like to read the entire thing. And then maybe I'll watch the new arc that just came out for Bleach, the 1,000-Year Blood War.
Thanks.
But it's going to take a while.
Yeah. I don't remember like the last big
This
anime
looks so cute.
I've watched.
Look, Seal!
Oh!
Alex, look!
Oh, huh. Hello.
Yeah, I think it's just a polar bear that's best friends with a seal, and like that's the whole story.
Yeah.
It seems just really adorable. I got
I had more to show off.
Mainly Appetites 1 and 2 to read. This looks very adorable.
Ooh, cute.
Also, the second one is called Thirst Trap, so. I have the last 2 volumes of Sweat and Soap to read, which might be done tonight, honestly.
So
This
good,
one looks
so good.
really... Oh, that's not the one I thought it was. Well, I guess I'll show it off anyway. Monstrous Appetite. Apparently I like mangas about food. Dude likes girl, makes her lots of food.
I think you'd like her ex-hunter. If you like food.
I don't. That's the funny thing.
Oh.
I hate eating. This is like an actual book. Matt said it was both scary and sad, and those are like my 2 buzzwords. Yeah. I'm not letting myself buy any more novels until I finish the ones I have, because I kind of like went crazy when there was like a bunch for like a few dollars. So need to catch up. Oh, I got a Blue Period.
Yes!
Ooh.
This
Love
looks
Blue
really
Period.
cool. I hadn't heard of this before. No Guns Life? I don't know. The art looks like super sick. I don't know. I'm really into it. I don't know. It looks really cool. But it sold me on the back, and it was also like $2. And then some Coney Can't Communicate. That was like my stack from Second and Charles when I had.
You'll have to let me know what you think of that one. I have the first volume of Comey Can't Communicate.
Oh, I've read the first 4 or 5.
And you
it's
like it?
Yeah, it's cute. It's nothing amazing. It's very derivative because she can't like speak well. She like it's basically like a heightened form of anxiety, but it's literally just like speaking. And so there's one guy who she now can talk to, and they're friends, and she can talk like just a little bit. And the whole thing is really cute, just her trying to make friends, and like her whole goal is to make 100 friends. So each volume she just makes 0 to 3 friends, and
Aww.
so it's very cute, but it is like very formulaic of just like, all right, cool. All right, guys, we're gonna get into some weird, cute little situational thing, and then they're gonna be friends. Yay! But it's very adorable, very fluffy.
Do they drink Coke?
Semi-spicy one? Oh, mainly appetites, probably. Book
Yeah,
ban.
everyone's on book bans.
Mine's just novels.
I'm also on a book ban.
I
63 in my to be read left total.
It doesn't help that I live next to like a super giant library. Like our library in the city, it looks like a coliseum. It's 9 floors.
what?
Yeah,
That's
it's crazy. It's an
that's
actual like coliseum, but instead of stands, it's just books, which is really cool.
That's
But
wild.
I live like a maybe 2-minute walk away from it. So even if I am on a book ban, I'll go home with like a shit ton of books in my hands. But yeah,
I feel like
Libraries don't count. That's not
Do
a. No, that doesn't count because you're not buying them.
Ryan,
Hey, Ryan.
we're talking about you and Succession.
Yeah, I feel like it's nice to dabble in and out. Like, I feel like sometimes I go through phases where I'm like super comic heavy, and then there's times that I'm like super novel heavy, and I haven't found like the good balance between the two.
Yeah, it's specifically with novels that I'm really bad. Right now I'm reading Hyperion, which I find really, really slow, and it's been taking me forever to get through. But usually I'm like, I read like 3 books in a week, and then I'm like, don't touch a book for like a month. Like I just go hard with that. But yeah, I feel like as long as I read like an average of at least a book a month, I'm happy for novels. yeah, Hyperion I've just been like slogging through. It's not even bad. It's just like dry and long. So like I just keep not picking it up when I have a choice of what to pick up. Even though I really should. I'm in a book club where we were supposed to read it in November, but nobody finished it by November, and nobody finished it by January or December, and nobody finished it yet. But we still talk about it sometimes.
Keri,
Oh,
I
see?
agree with what you said.
Ryan agrees, yeah.
Yeah, I think as of right now I'm kind of taking a break from comics ish. Like I'm still like getting my pulls and whatnot like every week. But right now I've been reading a lot of novel like classics. So I have this like maybe 5-page handwritten lists of just like tons and tons of books that I wanted to read that are like American classics. So I read Fahrenheit 451. That one was really
That's
good.
one of my favorite books in the whole world.
It
Ugh.
was
Good.
amazing. It was amazing. I there was this one like edition of the book that I really wanted. I don't know if it actually exists, but it comes with a match, and the
Yeah.
spine is like a Does that actually exist?
It was like limited, but yeah.
I'm
sure you can
It
find
was
it,
so good. And then I read Catcher in the Rye and 1984.
Mhm.
Oh, those are
Yeah.
all
Oh, good, yeah.
Yeah,
Good choices.
they were super, super, super awesome.
Have you read the Alchemist?
No.
That's a good one.
Okay, hold up. I need to
I
write
read
this
it in
down.
high school, and I had a really awesome teacher. The lessons are great. It's a slow start.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually gonna write
It's
this
been
down.
it's been a minute though. Like I definitely probably should reread it, but it's good. Like I remember the lessons and the takeaways being like really cool.
So
Yeah.
Alex is reading a bunch of novels. Brandy's reading a bunch of manga. I'm reading nothing.
I was reading comics, and now I'm reading all the Marvels, and I haven't decided what my take is. Have you read it, Tessa?
I have not yet.
Yeah, I mean it's not like a
Ooh.
massive book.
I've read a
but-
bunch of ones like it. I just haven't gotten to that one yet.
See, I did not expect to get as much controversy over this book. People are like, either they love it or they're
I
like,
think that they're just jealous that they were like, man, I could have read every Marvel book and just written a book about it and made a bunch of money.
probably. I mean,
To Ryan's point in the comment, Hyperion is like 500 pages and there are 4 chapters. There are good stopping points in it though, so he's being a baby. This is fair. I read it last when I was in 10th grade. And I really liked it then, and I have not gone back as an adult. But I really like classic literature that people don't like. Like people hate the Scarlet Letter, and I enjoy it.
ooh, yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I have like a big soft spot for classic literature. I just got Watership Down, which I haven't read ever.
Oh,
I shouldn't say I just got it. I got it like a year ago and misplaced it, and I just found it, but I have not read it yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
I also recently read The Count of Monte Cristo. That one was really good.
I never read that one.
And Jekyll and Hyde. I just read that one too.
Jekyll and Hyde's good.
Yeah. My favorite book of all time is Treasure Island. So it was very interesting to see more of his big books. And then I think I'm gonna start on Charles Dickens this week, starting with Great Expectations and then Tale of Two Cities. Yeah, going through the whole English class. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the one class I always liked.
I think it was because John and I, we've been watching a lot of Celebrity Jeopardy, and they on trivia shows like that, they always bring up classic literature, and I'm like, oh, I should read that. Oh, I should read that. I should have known that answer. And I ended up buying a trivia game on the Switch just to try and test
You
out
nerd.
trivia. It's so fun. I bought Trivial Pursuit or something like that. And I go throughout the literature that they kind of have in the questions and comments and whatever. I just go through all that. So
Alex,
It's
you're
fun.
getting so much love in the chat right now.
oh, thank
Tiger Ryan's
you.
swooning over you.
I'm a
Boogie is
nerd.
swooning over you. Tiger Ryan's swooning over you again. He was swooning over you up here. Oh, that was the wrong one. That's okay. We can make him look stupid with that one. Let's see how we got
But
Jeopardy.
I do want to try a lot more Agatha Christie as well, because I've only ever read The one on the island.
So that's the thing. I've read 3 Agatha Christie books. I don't remember their names because it's all like the thing that happened here.
Yeah, there was an island one.
But they're
There
good.
was a train one, and then there was
I just
a
got
boat
that one. I got a beautiful copy. It's at work.
Oh man.
I really like The Outsiders was another good one.
Mhm.
Ooh, yeah.
And that was another, I remember that being good. And Book Thief.
Oh,
Is that a
Book
classic?
But I
Thief is
forget
so
who it was
good.
written by. I mean, I read it in high school, but I just remember it being like, I really
I
enjoyed
just
it.
know the last name starts with the letter Z. Or sorry,
Let
Z.
me look it up.
Letter Z.
Trying to think of other things I've been reading. Been trying to read more of
Ooh, almost.
like Greek mythology because I don't really know a lot about it. Oh yeah, oh it's so pretty.
Yeah, it's a really pretty copy. Got it with
Wow.
the Barnes & Noble's 50% off hardcover sale,
Oh,
which I've been meaning to make a video about for a hot minute.
man, I think the only time I ever went to Barnes & Noble was I got this big fat book of all the Grimm fairy tales ones and the what's the name of the dude who wrote Little Mermaid?
Hansen? Hans whatever. That guy.
Yes,
Hans.
yes,
Done.
yes. The old white guy.
Right, yeah, that one.
The other old white guy. But yeah, no, it was super awesome.
Do you not have a lot of Barnes & Nobles near you in Canada?
We don't have any. We have something called
really?
Indigo. Barnes and Noble. Yes.
yeah. I'm sorry, what was the thing that you have?
It's called Indigo. That's our Barnes and Nobles. But it's I like Barnes and Nobles more because they have a lot more classic literature, whereas like ours is mostly just like recent stuff.
What?
So we'll have to take you to Barnes when you come down here. Just bring an empty suitcase and we'll fill it with stuff.
Like I would
Oh
bring,
yeah,
like,
come over. I'll fill your
Hans
suitcase
Christian
with
Andersen
stuff.
was what they were looking for.
God, if you guys ever see that Fahrenheit 451 cover or like edition,
Oh no, that's like an online thing. Like that's like a fancy thing.
it's so cool. Like you can just burn the book right after. Man,
You just want to
I mean, you can do that with any
You can just
book.
destroy things. Yeah.
Just light a book on
Guys,
fire.
let's have a book
that's
burn.
true. That's our next stream. We burn all the books we read.
When you come and do a bonfire and we can all just burn things from people we don't like.
A bonfire is a
Just a big fire.
It's where you sit outside around a
Like
fire, like a campfire.
pit.
oh okay,
Campfire for adults.
yes,
Yeah.
the one that SpongeBob does, right?
I've never
Yeah.
seen. I don't.
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
Campfire
Yeah.
song,
Ish.
basically.
Yeah.
Wait, have you ever had a s'more?
Sorry.
That's like an American thing, right? Have you ever had a s'more?
I've heard of them. We don't usually have them here.
So we're doing s'mores. We're doing a bonfire.
Oh my gosh.
But
Do you know what
I've
a s'more is, though?
I've had a microwave s'more. Does that
That's
count?
not a
no,
s'more.
Oh,
okay.
I mean, I've definitely
No.
done that plenty of
It's
times.
like a travesty.
God, you are
I-
making me so hungry.
You put the cracker and then the chocolate and then the
Marshmallow, but the
right?
marshmallow cannot
And then you
be
put it in the
bigger, and
microwave.
that is like that's
Yeah, I do it all the time. Or I shouldn't say I do it all the time, but I have done it plenty of times. You
Yes,
just microwave
technically
it.
that's a s'more,
I mean,
but
you
it's really
can,
not a
but
s'more.
it's not like the authentic real.
fake news, fake s'mores.
Yeah.
I am so blind. I'm like
I'm
trying to
sending you
sit
a
back here
s'mores
and read the
kit.
comments. I'm like,
Yeah, Fire Guy Ryan here is outing himself as a dweeb. He's saying he knew the publisher that did that Fahrenheit 451, but he didn't buy it because it was pricey. Oh, see, Boogie's saying he has it, you know. Oh, no, I think he's talking about the Grimm thing you were talking about because he gets all those
Ooh,
Barnes & Noble
that's
hardcovers.
another thing I just read. I just finished This Giant Thing.
Book bin, yes.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
See,
And it
but
was
you said you don't like
so beautiful.
depression, like depressive things, and Edgar Allan Poe's like pretty on the sad, depressing.
I
side.
think I usually like my favorite kinds of writers are writers that are also poets.
Mm.
Because whenever it's too like literal, it's too difficult for me to read. But when it's like
More metaphorical.
more of like
Flowery.
yeah, flowery depression, I like.
Depression, but make it pretty.
Depression, but make it cute.
Is that your slogan, Alex?
Yes.
Okay.
It's the way I like to live. Even when I'm crying, I cry glitter. But this is really good. I really, really liked it. And I'm trying to find more like poets who actually write novels. Which there aren't a lot of.
Sylvia Plath or The Bell Jar. It's pretty basic, but that was like my favorite book when I was in high school.
What was the name of the book?
The Bell Jar?
The Bell Jar. Okay, hold on. Let me write this down. Sorry. The Bell Jar. Thank you.
I think I just have poetry behind me, not poets writing novels.
Yeah, I've only ever seen Robert Frost, but I haven't read any of his. I don't even know if does he write
I don't
stories?
know.
I don't think he's
I
done
remember-
novels. He's done short stories.
I remember not being like it wasn't my Robert Frost is never my thing personally. But it's so funny because like I love The Great Gatsby, and a lot of people hated that.
Same.
Is that the Fitzgerald dude?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's not-
Mhm.
yeah.
Oh, here.
He also wrote like half his books drunk, so
Yeah.
Poetry section.
There were some books though, because I went off of this this list I found on Tumblr like 10 years ago, 12 years ago, I don't remember. But on the list and looking at it now, there are some that I would never read, like Lolita. That one is just like really weird, but I don't know if it's popular in America.
If you
But
like Fitzgerald, he did this really cute little run of short stories, Tales from the Jazz Age. I don't know if you checked them out, but it's like a little like collection. It's really, really good. Alex, I feel like you would like this. This is April Hill. She does like these like sad little poems, and she'll often have like little doodles with them.
Cute.
Yeah, she's really cute. There's some, like,
Aw.
these are really good and really sad, but really beautiful.
Yeah.
Ernest Hemingway has done a bunch of really good both like short stories, and
Yeah, I've heard that name before.
I was obsessed with him in high school. And then Fagaran also got me this one. This is a modern poet. This isn't stories, it's just poetry. But she does really good stuff. Chloe Frayne, I think is how you pronounce it. Yeah. Very, very, very good. Even Ryan liked it, and he's a snob, so.
Yeah, if you guys have any more
Oh, yeah,
recommendations that are either murder mystery, I really like murder mystery, or just very beautifully, poetically written stories, let me know. Because it helps.
Pango Books. I haven't heard of that before. I have almost all of my books packed away for moving, like my novels at least. Yeah, books.
I'm trying to think of what else.
I like books.
Mm,
What an earnest, ordinary life he lived. That was really bad. I'm sorry.
but I think that's mostly it. Like, I've been reading history books and novels and trying to get a little bit more into Greek mythology because everybody around me seems to know the stories except me. But I recently read about Eurydice and Orpheus. Like I've known the story for a while, but I actually got to sit down and read it. God, it's so fucking sad. Poor dude.
Alex picking up a sad book. This is so sad. Why is this so sad?
What the fuck? And I want to start on Prometheus, I think his name is. Or no, the dude who keeps pushing the rock up the hill or the stairs.
Why
I don't
do
know
you say everything in an angry tone when you're talking about Greek mythology. Like you're so pissed. You're bringing such anger to the conversation.
Like, why does he have to push this rock? Who the hell thought of this stupid punishment?
Well, I guess you'll have to read it and find out.
What a jerk! Like, who would do that? And then
Maybe
I
he
realized,
deserved it.
What did he do?
maybe he was trying to be. Or they
Was
were
he
trying to teach
racist?
the lesson.
any person in Greek mythology getting getting severely punished for being racist. God, I wish.
Well, I don't know. I think of like the worst thing he's ever done. Either he was racist or he was, I don't know, maybe the dick. Like, I don't want to finish that sentence.
Did he say?
No.
Did Alex just say maybe the dick and then stop? They were using a certain part of their body part for something. I don't know because the sentence ended.
I don't know where my brain's going. Someone should end the stream now.
It is getting very late.
I gotta go. I have to go milk the cows and feed the chickens. And I gotta go. You guys Sisyphus. That's the name. Yeah, no.
He's a sissy. It's in the name. It's fine.
He keeps pushing the rock up the hill, and I was like, oh, that's kind of mean.
God, Alex, please make a video that's just Greek mythology by you. And it's great because there's so many tiny stories. Like, you can make so many short videos, and it's just, you just, guys, you had to push this rock up, and it just never ended. It was so mean. Like, why? God, it's a
It's not
rock.
even like the worst thing I've heard. There was this dude once that was like, he was like, oh, fire. And then they were like, no fire. And then they fucking taped him to a side of a rock. And now there's this big, giant, fat bird that just like goes into his guts. And it's like, you know what I mean?
Alex, I will pay you to make these videos.
You know that story I'm talking about, right? Like the fire, and then he's like, no fire.
Maybe
And
if you
then-
explained it to me a little more, actually, I think I would get it.
Well, fire, no fire, tummy. A tummy opens to bird. Bird eats to tummy, and no more tummy. But then he has the tummy every day.
Eat the
But
tummy.
then eats the tummy.
Alex, you should do like a raw emotion, like a raw emotion of Greek mythology. Like as you read it, like I want to see your expression.
There's
And,
actually, yeah, like a bunch of channels that do like read with me's or whatever. Like, yes.
There are some stories that are like
Everyone wants
I
to
never
see this.
let people watch me play video games because I'm like that. I never let people watch me read.
That's
'cause I'm
why
like
you
that.
should. That's why start streaming this stuff. Yeah, that'd be so funny. You just playing video games, you're just like talking to that makes it so good.
Yes.
Have you ever?
yeah.
There was a video game. I don't know if you guys remember. It's called Overcooked. And it was like a little like cooking like top, like,
Yeah.
thing. So Aaron and I played it. That will sever relationships. Like
Oh, yes.
I got so mad. I've never never have gone. Maybe Monsters when I got to the plot twist, but Overcooked, I literally was like gonna chuck the remote at my husband. It was awful. I was like, just make the burger.
Was he like blocking you or something when you
It
were
was
trying to
probably
get to
very
the flyer?
hilarious. Yes, it was probably like a very, like it was probably a good comedy. Now that I think about it, but man.
Yeah.
All right, Alex, are eggs very expensive in Canada right now?
Yeah.
If he wants to know.
Yes.
This wasn't a trick question. We're cornering you. Tell us about the eggs. We know you know.
Yes. they are expensive.
Okay, like in the U.S., they're like extremely expensive right now.
Yeah, they've gone up a ton. It's insane.
I don't know, but
It's
I should
okay.
tell you
It's
guys,
okay.
I had this like super white dish the other day, and it's called egg salad, and it was very expensive.
Wow, living the high life over there, eating a whole salad of eggs.
It was very expensive.
Was
For, like,
it
the little
good? Did
tiny
you like
thing.
it?
No,
I'm not an egg salad girl, but
You
like
sound so scared. You sound traumatized by your experience. I
I
also have not consumed egg salad.
had to eat it with rice to like it. It was okay with rice. It tasted like
Rice makes most things better. You sound like you're gonna break into tears over the thought of egg salad right now.
it eggs, but if they were more eggy.
The emotion.
I don't know why I'm gonna cry right now, but the egg salad just wasn't good.
It's okay.
Do you want to?
We're not gonna make you eat egg salad. There'll be no egg salad here.
I feel like there's more here. Like, do you want to talk about this?
You want to point on the doll to where the egg salad touched you?
Were you like really nervous about like?
Oh my
Like,
god.
were you disappointed when you spent all this money? Was it a letdown? Were you disappointed?
Okay. It was very expensive, and I was disappointed, yes. Like, it was weird. It was like neon yellow. It was like traffic yellow.
What made you want to get egg
Yeah, this
salad?
is why you don't spend money on food. You
Like, why
have.
did you go to the store and be like, I'm gonna try egg salad today? Like, what
Well, most of my coworkers are white, and they eat a lot of white food. So I'm like, oh, I should try that.
I don't.
And it was not good.
As a white woman, I don't feel like egg salad is what I would go to. Like,
I'm a white woman. I've never had egg salad yet.
right? I feel like
I feel like you're not a fair comparison, Tessa.
It's true, but this is the sample size we have here.
I dig an egg salad sandwich. I'm a simple girl though. The eggs and mayonnaise on bread.
I've never had mayonnaise.
But
yeah.
I think it's because I didn't have it on bread. I just had it straight up. Like it was just egg salad in a bowl. And
That's
it
a
was
lot
like-
to try any kind of new food.
It was
just
like
trying
this
it
color.
alone.
okay, if you want American, you're gonna have a s'more, and it's gonna be the best. Like fire roasted s'more, and it's gonna be the best thing you've ever had in your life.
We're gonna have our own bonfire, so you can roast your own s'more.
I want American chicken.
Like fried chicken.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
we can make that happen.
I want to try fried chicken, and I want to try disco fries.
I think that's specific to a chain, and it might be on the
okay.
West Coast.
No,
I
no,
could be
they
wrong.
have
Oh,
them
no.
over here.
Gravy? Isn't it
Yeah.
just gravy fries?
Yeah, it's just
I've never had gravy. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna talk about the food things. I don't.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And then I can make you guys try Asian food.
I eat more Asian food than American food, probably.
Asian food's the best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really good.
I wish I got Chinese food today. I'm so sad.
I actually really like
American
Panda
chicken.
Express.
You make sure they get their citizenship before you slaughter them. That's what it is.
American chicken. You have like what's the other thing that's like Popeyes, but not Popeyes.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
We have that. we
You have Kentucky Fried Chicken, but you don't have
Hard to nibble.
anything. Is there anything else here?
I've never tried Chick-fil-A.
I don't eat
We
at Chick-fil-A
can
because
make
they
that
want to burn the
happen.
gays.
We can
Oh,
make that
okay.
happen.
I've
We
never
can
tried
do fried
Jack in the Box.
chicken with a bonfire, and we can get you like the most American beer, like
Ooh.
Star or something.
Okay, and then we can get you good drinks after that too.
And then put yours after you. Definitely.
I want the true American experience.
Nah, do you
Be a
know?
white person by the end of the day.
What is like the true American experience?
We're all just trying to forget while we're here. I don't know. All right, do you guys know what anime style fries are? I'll ask.
No.
Yeah.
I'm kind of scared to know.
Yeah, Boogie, let me know, but I don't know. Maybe don't let me know if it's gonna scare me.
Is it?
Oh my gosh, we should show Alex the. Oh
What
yeah,
kind?
oh yeah, I agree with that. We should show Alex like the '90s, early 2000s, like summer hits of the 2000s emo music. I don't know. If
Oh, I already listened to that.
I have a
It
very
seems
good
like-
playlist for
yeah.
that.
good, because that's like a very like that
It's-
was my entire life for a very.
I think
I was
it's
gonna say
the
my
best
childhood,
genre
but
of
like my
music,
middle to
honestly.
teenage years, that was like
Yeah,
pivotal.
like I've been listening to a lot of All Time Low lately. A lot of Fall Out Boy. A lot of All American Rejects.
Okay.
Yeah, stuff like that. I like Green Day. Yeah. See, I'm American too. But yeah, I'm so excited. I am hoping to save up enough so I can see you guys in April. And then hopefully I don't spend a lot of money at this con that I'm going to. So plans will.
Guys, it's not anime fries, it's animal fries. I've heard of animal fries. Make something up. Tell me what you think anime fries would be. This is so disappointed. Cheese, grilled onions, and I don't know what Thousand Island dressing is, but I like onions and cheese, I guess.
I have
Yes.
had animal fries. That is the best.
Taco pizza and Chinese food are the true Americans here. That's kind of true, though. It's we just steal from other people's cultures, you know.
Taco pizza?
We'll take you to Taco. Do you get Taco Bell?
No. Oh.
There we go. Oh.
We have one. And it's about 45 minutes away.
Okay,
There
so
are
we'll take
some Taco Bells that like are shared with a KFC local to my house. Like they're like a KFC Taco Bell in one.
God, we're gonna do
I've heard
something.
about Dorito shells.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
had Doritos Locos Tacos from Taco Bell.
Oh,
Yeah.
I never had Doritos.
What?
I also,
You've never had Doritos?
No, I tried jalapeno chips recently. I like those. Those are pretty good.
Oh my god.
All right, we're gonna need to like all the snacks, all the American food, all the goodies.
I'm very, very.
Gonna be the most unhealthy weekend.
Oh yeah, well on our
Yeah.
Instagram stories we can do things that that we need to make sure that you try. In case you haven't, we'll go through a list, you know.
I'm excited for the s'mores. That sounds really cool. 'Cause I always thought that you just kind of put them in the microwave.
No.
So that is what I make a few foods that I call my white trash foods. That is my 2 a.m, like I want a snack now. I'm not doing anything proper. That is a white trash food. Also you
Trash
can do, like,
food, it's delicious.
yeah, it's all good. Like I make
Oh, you mean like for your body?
yeah, and it's like how you make it. Like I make like nachos in the microwave where you just put like Tostitos and some shredded cheese on top. Like none of it's good for you. It's all like that gremlin midnight snack. Like I just want some food. Let's mosh some stuff together. Yeah.
But you gotta go hard on the chocolate. Like that's the key with the s'more. It's like needs to be like extra chocolatey.
Tim Hortons is very good.
I don't know what that is.
Also, hello.
Guys, every time at the end of these streams, we all talk about food, and then I leave the stream and I'm like, wow, I'm really hungry. I should sleep. I don't know. I'm really
It's like
hungry.
11 o'clock at night. Yeah.
And we live in Pennsylvania, so nothing's open.
Mm-hmm. Go to Wawa.
Girl, I go to Wawa way too much for anyone's good.
Oh, Tessa, we should do that thing that you wanted to do with the American states and see if we could name all of them.
Okay, hold on. You can tell them what that is while I pull up your answers. So we can tell you why we shouldn't do this anymore.
Okay, well, Tessa
Jesus Christ.
asked me if I knew any American states, and we were gonna say that we should do like a live or a stream or something where we can kind of like see how many
We're
states
gonna guess
we
all
can
the 50
name.
states, and I know I'm gonna miss
Yeah.
a few. Like I'm gonna get like 45 or whatever, just because I'm trying to like list them all out. Like that's just what happens. And I was like, oh, she's from Canada, so it'll be funny. We could show off how stupid we are at geography. And she said, the only states I can think of right now are Wisconsin, the Bronx, Orange County, and Idaho. Yeah, that took a
To
lot.
be fair, those
Um,
are the names I know.
she did
I
also
know-
ask me if I lived in Philadelphia or Pennsylvania. And I was like, what are those in the other? But yeah, I did give her the hint of like, if anything has county in the name, it's not a state.
It's a part of the state. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she was like, I can name 4 or 5 states, and then she whipped out those.
I was
Oh,
very
So
confident.
close. So close.
Yeah, she was like, I can read Elvish, but I can't do geography. So yeah, maybe we should try to name the first 151 Pokemon. Ryan and I did that at one point.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah, right? I think I'd be, I don't know. I missed one when I did it one time before, so I'm probably not going to be fun with that one. I could be a referee or something. I think I can do most of them in like Pokédex order. It's really embarrassing. Here you go, Alex SoCal offer. Authentic taco shops. Wow, so good. Oh my god.
Wow.
Anything.
Wawa.
Oh,
We'll take you.
no.
You can't explain Wawa. It's like a fast. No, you can't explain Wawa.
It's a convenience store.
Convenience
Sure.
/ fast food / gas station all in one.
But once you say gas station, it makes it seem bad because I didn't
Not
go to
every
Wawa.
Wawa has
It's
a
like
gas
the
station.
best.
Really?
It's
Also.
like everything you could want in one place.
You could want.
Mm.
Like it's like a great place to go, and it's open 24/7.
Yeah, it's open 24/7. It's also like just pretty like safe and clean. So if you need to get gas at 3 a.m. and you want a sandwich, you go in there. It's like very clean and safe. I didn't start going to Wawa until there was a pandemic, and now I've realized my ways. They make coffee, lots of fancy coffees and teas and stuff.
Tuesdays you get free coffee if you have the app.
Is
Yeah,
it
you
like
get rewards
7-Eleven?
often. I'm sorry?
Is it like 7-Eleven?
That's a disgrace. Don't say that again.
Oh.
To be fair, yes, kind of.
7-Eleven is just like a gas station. This is like a gas station that makes you decent food. Like, makes you food, like, you know.
So they heat up some chicken tenders in a microwave and put it on a piece of bread.
Because I ate chicken tenders. I don't know. I'm happy with Wawa. Wawa, like, that's the only like late night option here anymore because nothing's open 24 hours.
Absolutely.
Not even grocery stores are open 24 hours here anymore.
No. Wawa is.
Can I look it up?
Sure.
No.
No, you cannot, Alex. No.
Wawa.
Guys,
America.
I gotta skedaddle.
Yeah, I gotta go too. I'm trying to. Here, let me catch up with the chat real quick, and then we'll call it a night. Is there anything you guys want to wrap up with?
Nothing. I didn't have dinner, and now I want some more.
I'm so...
Orange County isn't the state. If anybody else was wondering the same thing.
Yeah, dude, I was in Florida, and I was like, oh man, they have Wawas. I can live down here now. I don't know what Quick Trip is. Yeah, guys, Wawa's so good. Shout out to Wawa. For root beer float ingredients, root beer floats are my favorite
Very
dessert.
good. Have you ever had a root beer float, Alex?
Yeah, I have. Is that the one with the whipped cream?
It can be.
Yeah.
Usually it's ice cream.
Yeah.
Oh,
You can put whipped cream on top if you want.
probably the white floaty thing.
Boogie, that's only in the West Coast. They only do that in like California, I think. All right, is there anything you guys want to wrap up with or anything?
The Bronx
man,
is
I gotta
not a
be up
state.
4 a.m.
Yeah, everyone, congratulate, or I don't know, condolences for Brandy because she's going on her honeymoon and she's married now. So, R.I.P.
Going on our honeymoon.
Can't
With
wait.
her,
Take
Ew,
pictures.
you're stuck with a boy.
Yeah. Wait, Brandy, show off your unicorn nails.
Oh yeah. You can't really see the sparkle all that much.
Cute.
Cute.
I asked Nate what color I should paint my nails. He said purple. Well, first he said green, and then he goes, purple. And I'm like, okay.
Hard choices. Hard choices. You should have matched you.
No, he didn't go to the salon. It's fine. The lady was annoyed enough with me as it was, so.
All right. Have a great night, everyone. I'm gonna go. I might go to Wawa. Or I'll
That
make
sounds like
food.
a solid choice.
I hate leaving the house to like go get food and just come back. So
Get
I don't know.
DoorDash.
Yeah,
That's
DoorDash
true.
it.
I'm cheap, but fair.
Yeah, no,
I would
I
be
get
good at
that.
making food. Yeah. I'm gonna stare at my phone. I'm gonna think about what I want. I'm gonna put it in the cart, and then I'm never gonna order it. It's the process. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you, everyone, for
Bye.
joining. Bye, guys.
Later.